All right, we should be live, right? All right. Howdy. Cool. Is that already
Yeah, it's like it's
okay, no, I was just
Live,
making sure
right?
that was muted. It's not.
yeah, it's really-
No, I can hear myself.
there you go.
All right, that's what I was trying to figure out. All right, what's up? No, it's not too late to buy one. The tickets are on sale till 7 p.m. So, yeah, you can still get them till 7 p.m. I'm going to try to see if I can share the website here.
Josh, I put it in the description.
All right. So yeah, this is the last 2 hours. What's up, Bug? There we go. All right. No, I know I started early. I know some people are still going to be at work, especially people at the West Coast and stuff like that. But the raffle ends at 7, so I wanted to make sure I got up here a couple hours early, and just wanted to hang out with everybody and talk to you a little bit before we did this, because it's been a pretty crazy few months, and a lot of people have donated their time and money to help people here in Florida, and most of all, that was Berts and all the Berts employees and everyone like that stepping up to the plate, and all of you guys out there, everyone who's donated money, everyone who's bought a raffle ticket, all you guys who have done that have changed a lot of people's lives. And it's always pretty huge to me, because everyone says, "Oh, look what you did." And I feel like I didn't do anything. I'm not trying to humble brag or anything like that, because all that Shaylisi and I have ever done is talk about it. You guys are the ones that are buying the tickets. Berts is the one with the bikes. The techs are the ones who fixed them up, and we just kind of talking about it, and we get to ride the bikes around. I mean, our part in this is actually pretty easy. I'm not gonna lie to you, and just like make videos about cool motorcycles and show them to you guys. So I just want to make sure that everyone out there knows that that y'all buying the raffle tickets, and it's not buying a raffle ticket. Sure, you could win, and as you've seen in the videos, people have come down for their fishing trips and come and hung out and had a really good time. Nathan Schultz said, "I would step up more if I knew how to connect with you." I don't understand what that means. Anyway, I'm sorry. What do you mean connect with me? You connect with Berts. If you want to step up and you want to help out charity, you would talk to Berts. You would talk to David from Forgotten Angels. Like I said, all we do is talk about it. I don't actually create any of the prizes. I don't, these aren't my raffles. I'm just talking about somebody else's raffle. No. Here's what I always tell people. So thank you, Busted Nux, great dude. What I always tell people is, if you can't, don't break yourself trying to donate to charity. There's some cool prizes available, absolutely, but don't break yourself trying to do that, because if you tell somebody about it or you share it, you're already doing a lot there. You don't have to. When it comes to sacrifice, when it comes to sacrificing for somebody who has less than you or somebody who's in a worse position than you are, you never want to do so at your own expense. When I tell people what they should think about sacrifice, or when they think about donating to charity, you can't think about it like taken away from being able to pay rent, or being able to go to the grocery store, or being able to whatever, anything important. It's more like, maybe I won't get fast food today, and that's the money. Not anything that you need, because trust me, there's a lot of people out there who don't have a lot, and I don't expect any of them to donate to a charity when they're close to being needing to be a recipient of it. That's not what I'm looking for at all, and I don't think anybody should do that. You're moving to Orlando from Hawaii. Well, welcome, another Floridian coming from that island life to Florida. I actually saw a Hawaiian plate the other day, and I figured they must have just moved here from Hawaii. Thanks, Ray. We appreciate you, man. What's up, Eddie? All the Discord crews in here. I love that. Yeah, it's like I said. Everyone else has done the hard work. All we need are doing is talking about it and getting to ride around some cool motorcycles in the meantime. So I'll tell you, it's pretty fun for us. But yeah, money is saved on smokes. I remember when I quit smoking. I was just remember going like, oh my gosh, like how do I always have money all of a sudden? It was really strange. Going from a 3-pack a day habit, and this is just back when cigarettes were $5 a pack. And it was just like, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm rich now. I stopped smoking. That's freaking amazing. Mike Foster, yo man, I tried calling you the other day. I miss you too, man. We should hang out soon. I love seeing the Discord crew in here. Yeah, it's still real bad down there, man. And a lot of people forget that, once the news cycle stops reporting on hurricane damage, because hurricanes are just big news cycles stuff, man. They love reporting on hurricanes, especially when they hit something. Nordic Music, you won the business in a box. That's so freaking awesome, man. Very cool. I love that. With these things, it's like we usually keep in contact with the people who have won stuff. Like I'm, still friends with Lost on the Road 21, the guy who won one of the very first giveaways we ever did with Berts. We talk to the winners of this stuff all the time, so that's super cool, man. I'm glad that you're in the chat. That's awesome. Yeah, it's awareness, Laura. You've got it right. And Lewis, the Hurricane Fund, I'm sure there will be other people doing hurricane stuff besides this one. And there's always work to be done down there, but it's just they're just now starting to get back on their feet. And a lot of people, we talked to a lot of people at the camp out who came up from down there, and they said it just changed people. It changed whole neighborhoods. It pushes people over the edge. Most people are just a few hot meals away from just really being on the rocks. And so you take that away and you throw people who've lived in their whole lives in a neighborhood or something like that. And all of a sudden you take away all their electricity, and you take away their ability to drive anywhere. You take away their ability to live in a home. And I can't imagine what that must feel like. And I know there's that's crazy. You live in Ohio. The lady who won the Lowrider ST and the Ford Ranger also was from Ohio. We had 2 winners from Ohio. William Atchison, Swampwater, like to have another bike from Florida. William Atchison, I gotta assume, I didn't ever catch your last name, but I'm assuming that you're the one who won Uncle Bogator's Swampwater. That was very cool hanging out. Thanks for all the help cooking. I've win a prize, immediately get put to work, man. He just came down to ride Uncle Bogator's Swampwater home because he won that in a raffle, and I just put his ass to work. I was like, welcome to your vacation, bud. You're cutting up potatoes and freaking boiling mac and cheese now, bud. But yeah, it's the awareness. The awareness is crazy. It's the news is crazy, and the news is what it is. The news is merely trying to sell a product to people who consume it, so I'm not really commenting on the news as what it is, but the way that they report on things is insane, especially with hurricanes. And anybody from anywhere that suffers regular kind of yearly and seasonal natural disasters knows exactly what I'm talking about. The news crews, they want to name the hurricanes, and they want to show the spaghetti models, and they want to show all this stuff, and it's just like this big, is it going to hit? I don't know. And it's just it's really great, man. It sells tickets. It's a show. And then they want to show the devastation. And then a week after that, they're just like, okay, it's all done. Nobody really wants to see the rebuilding process. So for a lot of people across the country, they just kind of assume that oh, it's all better now. And that's for anyone. That's for earthquakes, mudslides, flash flooding, tornadoes. There's fires and stuff like that. There's so many natural disasters around the country that a lot of people who maybe live in a place that doesn't suffer from seasonal natural disasters doesn't understand the long-term effects over years that they can cause that you just don't get to see on the news. Oh, we got everyone in here, man. Smokey the Van. I was just talking about you in the video. I was just recording because I was working on the KLR. Yeah, it's news till it ain't, man. That's Busted Nux is right, and I felt really good talking about it, not just because of the money raised. Like that's awesome. I feel so super awesome that my audience is charitable, kind, and giving, and regularly, when I call for donations, regularly steps up to the plate. I don't want anyone to ever overextend themselves. But it made me feel really good to talk about it, especially here in Florida, because just nobody knows about it. Nobody, but outside of the communities that feel it. There's so many people who are just very unaware of what actually goes on in these neighborhoods after a hurricane comes through and after it really hits you hard. And Smokey the Van, you're right. Louisiana is still, to this day, still feeling the effects from Katrina. Really, really wild how badly it affects it. And I mean, I visited New Orleans like a couple years after Katrina, and there were still just like destroyed cars in the street, and it was wild. The place still, it looked like a third world country. I mean, it was crazy. It looked like something out of a movie. Yeah, it's very different. I was only in New Orleans once before Katrina. So I've been several times after, but only once before. Yeah, dude, the Fort Lauderdale airport, like when I first saw those pictures, I thought it was like a hoax or something. And before I looked it up, I was like, oh my God, dude, that was insane. Thanks, Bill. I appreciate it, man. St. Pete for 30 years. SD, is that South Dakota or San Diego? I assume South Dakota. That's South Dakota. That's a haul from St. Pete, man. What you doing out there, bud? Yeah, New Orleans smells like mold. New Orleans smelled pretty bad beforehand too. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. New Orleans has a certain aroma to it. But we love New Orleans, so yeah, the rebuilding never ends. A lot of it never happens. There's still in so many neighborhoods that are just covered with blue tarps and stuff like that. It's really wild, man. Yeah, Doc's Ride Adventures New Orleans 2 years ago sells abandoned houses wrecked from Katrina. They until somebody just tears them down, they're just going to stand abandoned. Once a house receives a certain amount of water damage and flood damage, they're irreparable. Especially some of the old ones, they'll get that black mold in there and it's just done. Yeah, the funk of history. It closes at 7. That means if you want to grab another ticket, you have 1 hour and 45 minutes to grab one more ticket for this. And again, like I'm saying, I'm going like, okay, you can win a Sportster, you can win the Devil Tail raffle. We're also giving away some Pavers that you can have inscribed with whatever you would like. And if you have somebody it's military themed, so if you had somebody who served, that's what they're for in your life, whether they be a friend or a family member. We're also obviously after 7, we're going to pull the names for the motorcycles as well. So you have up until 7 to grab a ticket. Like I said, don't stretch yourself then. But if you have up until then, if you still want to grab in, I know a lot of people like to wait till the last minute to jump in. I was never much. I love to gamble, but I never had much. Hold on, let me check this out. I never had much. Like strategy to my gambling. I do like to gamble, but I never had much strategy to it. I just kind of like gonna let them fall where they may. But I know a lot of people like to buy it at the end because they're like, okay, I'm gonna get in right at the end at the last ones. If there's something to that, I don't know, but I know a lot of people like to do that. So, but I'm very proud of what we've done, man. It's freaking amazing. It's amazing. It's very humbling, man. It always feels super humbling for me because it's like the amount of goodness in the world, the amount of people out there who are willing to do a good thing. And I'm sure, out of all the people over all the years who've ever bought a raffle ticket, I'm sure there's some people who only bought it because they wanted a chance at winning something. That's okay. I just don't think it's anywhere close to anything that would be a lot of people. You know, everyone hopes of winning something, of course, but you know, I think most people donate just because they're trying to donate and trying to do something nice and trying to, you know, do the right thing and make a couple sacrifices in order to help somebody else out. And that's really humbling for me because it's, you know, people like to say, "Oh, I hate people. Oh, I can't stand how the world is. I can't stand how, yeah, how horrible people are." And I feel very grateful that that's not my experience at all. That's not my experience with all the people that I've met through YouTube. People tell me all the time, they're like, wow, you'll just like hang out with people that you know from YouTube, being a creator, you know, because that's how they think it's weird. You know, if you were just like met someone through some sort of internet group, that's not that weird. It used to be really frowned upon, but now it's not that weird. But when you tell people, oh yeah, no, I make YouTube videos regularly, and I'll meet with people who watch them all the time, and people are like, that's fucking weird. To me, it never has been. When we do the campouts and we do, we do meetups and stuff like that, it's, over the years, it's, I've really never been disappointed by the people I meet. They're always good people. You know, that we all got a few things in common. Usually, everyone just really likes motorcycles. They're usually have a charitable heart and like to help people who are less fortunate than them, and they're, they like to watch weird shit on the internet. So, those three things, usually that's enough for me to really like someone when I meet them. You know, it doesn't have to, anything above and beyond that we have in common or I like about a person is just gravy, because those three things are usually enough. Shay's getting ready. She'll be here soon. Not really good with the follow-up. You're just mad love hatters. You just have to tell me what I'm not following up on, and I will explain it. We don't have the dates for October yet. ADV narrator. Good. I always see your comment, man. I always appreciate you so much, man. You know, you always make you'll always comment, and I always appreciate that, even if it's just, yes, exactly. I love that. Thank you so much. Todd Van Den Heuvel. That's a hell of a handle, my man. Welcome, wizard. Yeah. Yeah, Smokey the Van. It's just, when you start coming around here, you start hanging around Forgotten Angels and stuff like that. I think that because I'm really bad at responding to messages, I have huge message anxiety. So people think that they can't get a hold of me, but I'm just like, I hate talking on my phone. Like, why do you think I do so much video? I hate typing. I especially hate typing on my phone. Like, if I have to type more than like 3 or 4 letters on my phone, I'm losing my mind. So not only do I have message anxiety, but I hate typing out messages. I hate texting. I cannot explain to anyone how much I despise messaging on my phone. I fucking hate it. So I think since a lot of people will send me messages and I don't respond to them, I'm just like, dude, I'm not fucking, do you think I'm going to type out a paragraph to you? Like, no, dude, I'm not doing that. Catch me in person, I'll talk to you. So I think a lot of people think I'm unapproachable because of that, but it is what it is, man. I'm not going to sit here and try to change everybody's mind about it. The people who've met me in real life know what I'm about and know what I'm like. And for everyone else who wants to assume something or assume something bad, well, it's up to them if what they want to assume. I'm having a pretty good time, so I'm not going to try to change their mind too hard. I'm trying to keep up with the messages here because I'm trying to talk too. I know that someone was saying I didn't follow up on something. I'm trying to find out what that was. Mad Love Hatters. Do you ever respond again? Oh, now who's not following up now? The carnivore diet. I'll with the new Garmin, I freaking sorry, the messages are so small it's hard for me to read them. I usually respond to folks on Premiere. I try to, but what the thing is with the Premiere, because I can fall into the hole of responding to comments on a Premiere, and all I'm doing is responding to comments, but I don't want to just say one word. And so right now there's 222 people watching. So if I spend 5 minutes responding to one person, there's 222 people watching. Maybe 20 of those people are actually commenting. And so there's now like 200 people who are going like, I don't give a fuck that you're responding to one person. And I give a fuck, I care. But I also just have to try to balance it to a certain degree and not just get lost at responding to every question because I feel like it's unfair to the group as a whole for what I'm talking about if I'm trying to be entertaining or something like that. And this is just more like the lead up to pulling it, so I'm not specifically trying to like be super entertaining right now. You know what I mean? Justin, yeah, I hate typing too. Here's a funny thing, because I appreciate comments so much, and I read every single comment I get. I don't respond to them because I hate typing. But I love getting the comments. I don't ever comment on videos. There are so many people I watch on YouTube, and I watch so many YouTube videos. I never leave a comment because I fucking hate typing. So I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I still never saw what the Mad Hat Lover said. He was like, "You don't have any follow through," and I'm just like, "You have to tell me what it is, man, because now it's bothering me." I'm like, because when people say that, like, "You suck at this," and then nothing else, I'm just like, "Well, shit, dude, you got to tell me so I can fix it, or else I'm just sitting here with it, and I really have no idea what you're talking about." And no, I'm not. If you prefer typing, that's fine. I'm just a bad message writer. Like, writing an email for me is just like bamboo shoots underneath my fingernails. Writing emails is the bane of my fucking existence. I absolutely hate it. Yeah, and I try to like comment on people's shit on Instagram, but if I ever leave a comment on your shit, know that was hard for me. I want you to appreciate that comment, please. I appreciate everyone comments on mine, but appreciate that comment, because that was hard for me to do. It was like just a laborious process for me to type anything. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a talker, dude. I talk. I don't type. I'm sorry. So anyway, like I said, this stream isn't about being entertaining. It's not about like trying to knock it out of the park or be funny or anything like that. It's just kind of a recap on the last several months of us doing these giveaways and everybody banding together to do a good thing and promote some stuff and do pretty amazing charitable things, man. And ADV narrator, you get it, man. And just kind of do that and talk to everyone and tell everyone how much I appreciate them, man, and how good it feels to know that the people out there who watch my content are good people who do nice things for charity. And you know, I don't know if people think I get anything out of the charity. I don't, you know, and half the time the charities cost me money. So I don't really know what people think. I guess I don't spend too much time thinking about it, but it is what it is. You know, but before I met David at Forgotten Angels, when we first started doing some of this charitable stuff, I'd never really thought about it. I never really thought about it or not that I wanted to actively not do anything, but I never really thought about doing anything. And now that I found out it is a possibility and I can do it, I'm like, okay, all right, man, I'm down. Like, that's cool, dude. I'm going to be talking anyway. Might as well talk about something good every once in a while and hope that it just balances out the bad, brings me into the red a little bit for my karma, because it's usually pretty bad. Type a little. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it. Slow response. Yeah, I'm slow at responding to comments too. Like, sometimes I'll go to a comment, want to respond to it, and I'll be like, damn, this shit's like fucking weeks old, and I feel like weird responding to it because I'm like, it doesn't feel relevant anymore. I'm just overthinking it, but I don't know what to make of it, really. You said it reached out to you yesterday on Facebook. Facebook is a place I almost never go. I'm sorry. I don't even know what my Facebook page is doing. My Shade Tree Surgeon Facebook page right now. I don't even know if I have my login. Because I think it was like under a different email or something. I need to try to log into my Facebook and see what's up with that. I think my Instagram sometimes will automatically post to it, but I know the logins are different. And I just never really cared too much to like fix it. Because YouTube's the only thing I care about. No offense to anyone who like does mostly Facebook or Instagram, but I like YouTube. That's kind of my jam. Well, Ricochet? Dude, I love you, Ricochet. You're all the freaking the premieres, man. My fucking boy, dude. Love you guys. I miss Paul too. I haven't even said nothing to Paul. Paul's commented like 30 times. Trucker Paul, man. Trucker Paul fucking rocks. So the likes and the comments are sometimes I'll leave the. I just got my Twitter back, so I was banned on. I was banned on Twitter forever, and I just got it back. Got the Elon Musk pass now. Mad Love Hatters, finally, dude. I've been thinking about it the whole time. You're like saying I'm not good with a follow up. Where's your follow up, dog? Come on now. Freaking glass houses and stones and all that, brother. Is about the hurricane and disaster response. I don't have anything to do with that. I'm just talking about the raffle, man. I don't choose how to spend the money. It's like, I don't know if you guys think that like I'm on like the board of directors or anything. I am not. I don't want to be either. I don't want to have to say where the money goes. Like, I'm gonna leave that to someone who's smarter than I am. All right. My Twitter ban, I don't even know, dude. I really don't know. I got like a bunch of things in a row and then they banned me. Regret Moto, man, we appreciate it. Make Shay pump it. I'll give you the $20 back if you want, but because that's not going to happen. I'm sorry, man. But thank you, dude. It will go to a good cause. Gasoline for motorcycles is always something I very much appreciate. Biker Bay Beth, boobs, butts, bush, and bikes, baby. Sorry, I can like also these things are so small, so I can barely read it. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, we now have an hour and a half left on the Sportster, the Devil Tail Chopper. An hour and a half left if you want to get a ticket for that. Update on Vomit Comet. I update on it all the time. And this isn't anything against you, Joe Wesselman. But I guess it's like people don't see it, so I end up getting asked the question a lot. But Shelby's working on it right now. Shelby posts updates on it on his Instagram. I've posted updates on it on my Instagram. I've talked about it in posts and stuff like that. So it's being worked on. It's a process and it's very expensive. So I don't know what to tell you. So and this is nothing against anybody, but anybody who's built a bike and had to pay for like pretty much like a frame up restoration of something, it's freaking expensive, man. A lot of times it's as expensive as buying a new bike. You want to do a frame up restoration, so you might as well just buy a new bike. But also, it's nice to do it on a bike that you care about, and I care about the Barf Party a lot. But it's just a slow process. We're shooting to have it ready by October's camp out. That's what I'm going to try to do through Shelby, of course, who's helping it. So like I said, he does it. He's been posting updates. I post updates. It just it takes time, and it took time to gather all the parts for it, and it's expensive. And I just don't, I mean, if I had just like 10 grand to drop on it, like all at once, that'd be one thing, but I don't. So it's going to cost probably 10 grand, but I'm doing it like $200 at a time. So it takes time. Barry Queen, baby. Come on, man. I appreciate that, dude. We appreciate you, man. I will tell you this though. And I appreciate the super chats. I promise you, we'll put it to good work. It all goes to the videos, and it all goes to that. But if you got any extra money to spend, you don't have to give it to me, which I appreciate it. I'm not going to kick that out of bed, baby. Listen up. Still feels good. Still makes me feel good, Barry Queen. You're the man. But I will say, you can take that $20 and you can buy a ticket for the Sportster. You can buy a ticket for the Sportster if you got $20. There's an hour and 29 minutes left now. And so but I still appreciate it. I'm going to still put it to the Words channel. So thank you, Barry Queen. You're the man. Thanks, man. Foxglove in there backing me up, man. I forgot I got to make Foxglove a mod. We appreciate you. I think that's good. Okay. Yeah, Foxglove is a great in-person friend. She helps me and Shay out all the time. She helps Brapstar out a lot. She planned Dave and Cindy's wedding, so she helps out with the camp outs a lot. Just an amazing person. So we really, really appreciate you. Gunner's going to draw them. So here's another thing. I never actually pick the winners myself. I don't want that kind of pressure. So I've never actually picked the winner. It's all just someone else does it. So Gunnar does it. Gunnar from Berts is doing it for this one. When we do the ones with Forgotten Angels, David pulls it. I never actually pull the winner myself. I don't want that kind of responsibility. So it's always somebody else. Like I said, I'm not in charge. I'm not in charge of the money. I never touch the money. I don't pull the raffle ticket myself. All I do is announce it. That's it. I'm the announcer, and that is all. So sorry. I just don't want I don't want that kind of responsibility. I also don't want to have all that money. I mean, I do want money, but I don't want to have that money like me to be in charge of it. I don't ever want to see it. We're just donating. We're just talking about it. Squatch Rider David Bite, you're talking about Dog in the Wheel. Dog in the Wheel is he's back in Texas. He's doing good. He made an amazing recovery. He's still in the process of recovering, but he's really doing well. And so he is actually his bike is still at Forgotten Angels. So I think he was talking to a couple people down here who are at the camp out. We're going to ride it up there in a trailer for him. And if they can't get it up there, we'll get it up there. But he's probably going to have to get a new bike just because if he wants to ride in the meantime, it's an old bike. It's got really rare parts on it. So replacing those parts is a lengthy process, kind of like with me and Barf Party. You know, the parts I wanted were expensive and some of them were kind of rare and some of them were hard to get a hold of. It took a better part of a year just to get accrue the parts that I wanted to rebuild the bike. So he's going to be facing the same process before he even fixes anything. I would say it's probably going to take him a year or longer just to get all the parts, just to find them, wait for be scouring eBay and putting out notifications, hoping something comes up for sale. When you're dealing with vintage bikes like that, sometimes it's hard to get parts, and especially when they're rare parts that they don't make anymore. Like rare aftermarket stuff. That bike had a lot of rare aftermarket parts on it that they just don't make anymore. So you just got to wait for one to come up for sale and hope that they aren't asking an arm and a leg for it. So I think he's probably, if he wants to ride, he's definitely going to have to buy another bike if he wants to ride sometime between now and the next 2 years. Because restoring that bike to the way it looked before is going to be a lengthy process. Now, if you had unlimited money and unlimited time to work on it, maybe you could do it in a couple months. But just like me, he does not have unlimited time, and he definitely doesn't have unlimited money. Oh, it is what it is. It takes time. Like I said, anybody who's built a bike or rebuilt a bike knows how long it takes. It takes lots and lots and lots of patience, and it takes lots and lots of times. I'll see it in the comments every once in a while because I talk about this, and I'm not holding anything against it. People are like, why is this taking so long? And someone will comment and be like, I just finished my chopper. It took me 7 years to build it. And I'm like, yep, you get it, bud. You get it. It takes time. And if you can build a chopper in 2 months, then you're a lot better than I am. Because half the time I'm learning this shit as I go along. Attention span of atomic bomb. Yeah, if you're going to build a bike, especially if you're going to rebuild a bike, the most important tool that you're going to have is patience. You have to be very, very, very patient. Because if you want stuff to get done right away, you're going to mess up, or you're going to end up cutting corners. You're going to end up cutting corners that you don't want to cut. You know, that's with the FXR. I know what I wanted for it, and I was unwilling to compromise on the parts that I wanted, so it took longer to do. And it's going to be the same thing for Cog in the Wheel, where he's not going to want to compromise on a lot of the parts that he wants to replace on it because they're vintage parts. Are part of what made him love the bike, so it's going to take him a lot longer to do it. And they're pretty much never finished. It does still run. Crash is right. It still runs amazing. What's up, Crash, by the way? If you guys remember Crash, he's the guy with the prosthetic legs who always wears cowboy boots. Or he was wearing Nikes the last time I saw him, and I complained about it. And then the next time I saw him, he was wearing cowboy boots. I appreciate that, man. How do you know what? Cougars in St. Pete are what you really have to watch out for? Well, you know. I mean, you can watch out for them if you want. You might find them better if you watch out for them. The Cougars in St. Pete, I love that. So yeah, like I said, a little bit left if you want to get a ticket for this bike. The Sportster was, I really liked that. The Devil Tail Chopper is very cool. It's a really cool bike. It's cool to ride around a chopper that is like, that's that fast, you know, because I'm used to, you know, maybe someone out there has a fast chopper, but I'm used to riding around choppers that are very, very, very slow. So riding around something like that with like, you know, big handle, big apes and just the way it's set up and the little solo seat and the big sissy bar, riding around something like that and you're like, oh shit, this thing rips, is a really cool experience. And just one I've never had. And I thought it was really fun. It handles really well and it stops really good. And I don't know, man. It's a really, really fun bike, you know, and it sounds good. It's got big fishtails. That's the thing too, is like it's got these big fishtails and it rips, dude. So it's a really cool bike. The Sportster just is, it's a very cool bike. It's not like it's that insanely special, but that was kind of the point, was when me and Gunnar first got together, Gunnar from Berts, and said, hey, let's do like a second prize for it and let's do a Sportster because it's the end of the line, right? This is the last Sportster. And so Gunnar championed building that bike. If you like the Sportster, you have Gunnar to thank for it. We came up with the idea together, but he's the one who made that happen at Berts. And of course, Bert himself, Bert King, because he's the one who put the stamp of approval on it. But you know, Gunnar and Bert really championed building that bike, and I thought it was so cool because they took, you know, just a lowly, not a lowly, but just a regular 883. You know, they took a regular 883, the last Evo Sportster that Bert's ever got. So there has to be a last one. You know, you remember what they did with the last Evo Sportster off the factory line? They had all the people who worked on the factory sign it. And so I was like, oh, dude, it'd be so cool to do something with Bert's last Sportster. So they did. And they built what, in my mind, what I think is just the coolest thing to do with the Sportster, which is make it really fast, make it handle really good, and make it look like a tracker. Like it's just like a pocket rocket. It hauls ass, dude. Mainly because it's got really nice heads on it. The 1250 kit, I have one of those in my Dirtster, and they're fast. But with the really, really nice Screaming Eagle heads on it, that thing hauls so much ass. It's really cool. It just feels like it wants to pull a wheelie even at like half throttle, man. And that Saddleman kit, I think, really changes up the look of it. The tracker, I just think that the whole tracker thing, even though like some people probably think it's played out. That's fine. It might be. I don't really care though. I just think that tracker look on a Sportster is the coolest look for a Sportster. I think they look so cool like that. And so this, to me, that just goes like, hey, this is what a Sportster should look like. It's the last one they got. Do it upright, kind of like a homage to the last Evo Sportster that they ever got. And yeah, I think it turned out really good. I really like it a lot. I like both bikes. You know, both bikes are a freaking blast to ride. I'm just sharing that link in there. And if anybody wants it, both bikes are absolute blast to ride. And they both haul ass. Very cool, man. It's a lot of fun. I guess if you're into the, you know, chopper thing, maybe you'd like the tracker thing less. I'm not really sure. Does anybody dislike trackers? I don't know. Someone's got to. Somebody always hates nobody loves everything. Somebody doesn't like it. That's okay. Motorcycles are like, that's why they make so many of them, man. It's okay. You ain't got to like the ones I like. You could hate it. What's up, Damien? Damien from Orlando. Wow, yeah, dude, it sounds rowdy. Those cams just make it sound like freaking nuts, dude. It's just like chugga, 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 chugga. I love it, man. Yeah, Chris about the Tree Tracker Cafe Rocket, man. Snake Boot, yeah, you know, I always wonder, I've never won a motorcycle. And I'm not likely to. I've entered a bunch of raffles myself. Not charity ones. I should feel bad. I've never entered a charity raffle. But how, like, weird would it be if I won a charity raffle? I feel like everyone would be like, fucking knew it, fake or something. I always enter, like, Easy Company's raffles and, like, some other like 3G Nuck on Instagram. I'll enter his raffles a lot. And I've never won. I always think if I do win, it's just going to look so shady if I if I won, like an easy company had to be like, oh yeah, Shade Tree Surgeon won, like the guy who does all the charity raffles. I'd be like, it would just look really bad. I still enter, but I know how bad it would look if I actually won one. It would look horrible. David Piro, you're allowed to hate it, man. You're allowed to hate it. Don't worry. You can. It's cool, dude. Oh, cool. Gunner's in the chat. And that's the real thing. So there's a lot of you guys who've met Bert. Some of you guys have met Gunner. You know, some of you guys met the other people at Berts who've been in the videos pretty frequently. But Bert's the real deal, man. I don't know if anybody who won one of the fishing trips is here who got to really hang out with Bert or not. But Bert's the real deal, man. He's a really, really good dude, man. So he's a real deal. He's always freaking, he's always doing nice stuff. Too nice, in fact. I think that sometimes people around him are like, okay, you got to pump the brakes, Bert. You're doing too much. But he, like I said, the fishing trips, I saw him pull the cash out for those out of his own pocket. Just really a good guy. He's the real deal. And I think it's easy probably to look at him and think that he isn't, because you go like, oh, this guy owns a dealership. Well, easy to be nice when you're like that, but he's a self-made dude. I've heard his story. You know, he didn't come up with money. He worked his way up like any one of us would have had to. Nothing was ever given to him. He worked hard and busted his ass for everything he has. So he's a very humble dude. And, you know, he's bodacious. He's bodacious. He's loud. He likes to start shit. He likes to have some beers, you know. So some people probably could look at him and be like, oh, shit, own a dealership. You're just talking loud, talking shit, doing all this stuff. But, that's me, too. I'm like that. And I know a lot of you guys are like that. The difference is, like, he's always been like that, dude. He was like that when he was a poor fucking salesman back in the day. And he's like that now as Bert King, fucking the guy who owns Bert's Barracuda and Bert's Black Widow. Dude's the same. Everyone I've talked to who knew him back in the day be like, yeah, man, same dude. Same dude, man. So that's why I always like, dude, I'll put it out there. You know, if you've got a hometown dealership you really like, by all means, support them. I'm not trying to take food off of anybody's plate. But if you don't give a damn about your hometown Harley dealership, we'll fucking fly you down here to buy a new motorcycle. If you already know what you want, you're like, I want a new Street Glide in whatever fucking pool ball yellow, whatever the color is, and I want it with these options, and I want these pipes. If you already know what you want, we'll fly your ass down here and buy it from Bert, man. Because I'm telling you, that guy does so much for charity. He does so much for his community. Everybody who works there loves working there. They have a great time. You know, no one's just like, oh no, it's Bert. Like, everybody fucking loves him. There's whole families that work there. You know, Gunner. That's how, when I met Gunner, I was just like, oh shit, dude, like your whole family works here. Like, you don't get that unless a place is really fucking awesome to work at. So it's that shit starts at the top, man. If you gotta thank Walker Holder, I appreciate you, man. Looking good. Not yet, dude. I'm stuck at 309 pounds. I haven't lost any weight all week, but that's fine. You know, I'm not trying to sit here and like beat myself up about that. I've still lost almost 15 pounds, so I'm not gonna complain about that. Thank you. We appreciate you, man. Oh, Uncle Bogator's here too, man. Speaking of Berts, let me share that again, man. Uncle Bogator's got a video coming out after this. I actually had him, thank you, by the way, Uncle Bogator. He moved his video because I was unaware that the raffle ended at 7, so I had to scramble and change when we did our video. And Uncle Bogator very graciously said he would move his, so thank you. And after this is over, make sure you go to his video and tell him thank you there too. Yeah, and cool, and see Uncle Bogator. That's the whole thing. You let him know, because he's a lot better about answering his messages than I'm terrible. If you call up me and you're like, I want this motorcycle, I'll probably never even look at the message because I have message anxiety and I don't know how to text people back. If you message Uncle Bogator about the bike you want, he'll make it happen. All right. I don't work for Berts. Uncle Bogator sells bikes there. Oh, he's the man you got to see. So we've had a lot of people do that. There's been plenty of people who've flown down and rode home There's some people. Berts actually delivers, so they do. Now, Gunner, Uncle Bogator, I know y'all in the chat. I believe that the delivery is like included with Berts. Like you guys do free delivery, don't you? Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that Berts, like if you buy a bike from Berts, they'll just deliver it to your doorstep for free. Tell me if I'm wrong right now, because I don't want to start saying that if that's not true. So wait before anybody quotes me. Let's let someone say it's true or not. All right. I want to, but I believe that that's the case. I believe that Berts will. Yep, 100% lower 48. Okay, I just wanted to wait for confirmation. I was almost positive that was true. So 100% in the lower 48. If you buy a motorcycle from Berts over like from out of state, they will deliver it to your doorstep. So that's, obviously they would prefer that you fucking come and get it because it costs less money. But yeah, they'll drop it off. They'll fucking have that shit with bells on your doorstep in the lower 48. Obviously, you can't include Alaska and Hawaii in that, but you're down here, man, freaking, they'll drop it off. And so that's why I always say, and this is, again, I'm not trying to take any food off of anybody else's plate. All the dealerships got to make their living. But I've been to a lot of Harley dealerships all over the country, and some of them are awesome. Like Matt Laidlaw's very cool guy, dude. He was so generous and so gracious to us, and really fun guy. Matt Laidlaw's awesome. There's so many Harley dealerships out there that are awesome, but I freaking stand for Berts, dude. Berts is amazing. They regularly give back to the community. They regularly engage in charity work. Bert himself, like I see him do this all the time. He will hand out his personal phone number, and you would think it was fake, or like, oh, it's probably he whatever doesn't answer. I've seen him answer all the time. He hands out his personal phone number to customers all the time, and he says, "Call me if you have a problem." I'm not kidding. So this is every once in a while, because any dealership, like, there's no pleasing some people, so some people will always have a problem. It happens. So I'll see someone, like, this has happened over the years of me hanging out with Bert. Someone's like, "Why this bad experience there? And this sucked, and they screwed me over." And I'm just like, well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't think you tried hard enough to have someone fix it, because I literally will see Bert himself answer the phone. Like the first time I saw him do it, I thought he was joking. And he just like talks to his, and I was like, "What was that?" He's like, "Oh, this guy, man, he just had a problem with his bike and service, and I'm fixing it for him," and blah blah blah. Like answers phone, not anybody special. It was not like, oh, he only does it for people who buy CVOs. Dude just had a fucking Street Glide, regular bike, but Bert answers his phone and goes, "I'll get on it," and works on it and fixes the problem for the dude. That's the owner of the dealership. That's not like the manager or anything like that. It's really crazy because it sounds like something that you would make up. Just be, oh, he's so good, like it's made up. It's fucking not. I see him do it all the time, Good karma, Justin. That's all I'm hoping for too, bud. just for a little bit of good karma, just trying to get in the black, baby. You know what I mean? Walker Holder, I would love a lightly used Pan America. I am in possession right now. I am borrowing a lightly used Pan America, so there is one for sale. It becomes less lightly used every day I have it, but you can get a hold of if you want to buy it. I'm not going to try that hard because I really like having it right now. I'm borrowing it from Berts, but it is for sale. So just like, I don't want to tout it too much because I really like it. And I'm just like, damn, but that always happens, dude. I can't tell you how many times I've been like, oh, let me borrow that bike. And they're usually pretty good about, I try not to be a dick and like borrow anything like really nice, but the Pan America is probably the nicest bike I've ever borrowed. But it always happens. This is the first bike I've had for like longer than a week where like I'll go to borrow it and then I'll get a call like 2 days later. They're like, yeah, someone bought that bike. I'm just like, God damn it. But if you're like, I would, if somebody bought it, I would be very happy to drop that back off and be like, hey, please take the bike, So don't let me stop anybody. It is a very nice bike though. I like it a lot. Love White Glides, dude. He's an owner who cares, man. I don't want to tell his story for him, but he worked his way up from nothing, from not having any money and freaking being just a regular swinging dick, working in sales like any number of people who are watching right now. And he worked his way up like from the bottom, man. And it's just he'll tell you if you ask him about it. Had a vision board, like his goals that he wrote out, and he's told this story to me a bunch of times. He goes, no, we have not pulled the winner yet. If anybody's wondering, you still have an hour left. Ticket sales close at 7 p.m. So you have until 7 p.m. I'm sharing the link right now. You have until 7 p.m. to buy a ticket. And that enters you for the 1250, I like to call it Velcro Fly, but the Sportster with the 1250 kit, Screaming Eagle heads, Saddleman tracker body kit. It's got a Cobra 2-in-1 exhaust, Legends front and rear. So it's got the piggyback Revos, Revos in the rear, and they're raised up. So it is not super tall. Like Shay can still ride it. She's on her tippy toes, but she can ride it. And then it has the Legends drop-in cartridges, which are really slick in the front. Those are so cool. I don't know if you guys are aware of those. But Legends makes a kit that literally drops directly into the 39 millimeter, and it's actually, I believe those are 41 millimeter on the newer Sportsters, not 39. But they make a cartridge kit that literally screws right into the top, and it's this whole long assembly that basically makes it as good as like a sport bike suspension. It's crazy. It's a very, very trick part. I really want to put it on my FXR actually. So thanks, Adam. I appreciate it. Brian, I'll always take the compliment. Thank you a lot. Oh, Moto Tristan, the dude didn't want the Dixon? So he bought it, the guy? I love that every once in a while, Uncle Bogator will FaceTime me if someone's up there from YouTube. If they're like, I'm from YouTube, I know about like Shade Tree Surgeon, Uncle Bogator, like the whole deal. And he'll always FaceTime me so we can freaking shoot the shit for a little bit. And he FaceTimed me because that crazy Dyna that we rode, I guess the guy saw it in the video, like the crazy like done up Dynabro style. It was a very cool bike. And so I guess this guy saw it and came up there and was like, "That's the one for me, baby." So did he get it? Oh, Defobra, dude, Defobra's old school, man. He bought it. Awesome, dude. I love that. Defobra, man. Defobra is a fucking old school. A New York moto vlogger. No one moto vlogs in New York, man. It was Defobra, Clutch First. There's a few other New York guys. But man, dude, talk about back in the day moto vlogging. But he does mainly Mustang stuff now because he's got another Mustang, which I think is very cool. Tony, hey Munkets, man, I appreciate you, dude. He goes, I bought another raffle ticket the other day. I used your link, but when I was done, it said Road King raffle. That maybe it was just the email wasn't changed from the last Road King raffle. It definitely, if you use that link, it's definitely for the new one. Because you would not have been able to buy a Road King raffle ticket because that raffle's been closed forever. Dude, Busted Nux remembers Defobra. Yeah, Defobra is a freaking old school, man. Yeah, Legends makes great stuff. We've actually put Legends on every single build that Berts has done. So it was on the original Road King that had Legends front and rear because they had those inserts in the front, and it just changed the bike completely. Legend piggybacks in the back, and then we did the same thing. I had Legends front and rear on the Lowrider S. It wasn't an ST. It was before they made the ST. Basically, we did a Lowrider with the FXR fairing with a 131. That bike was so badass, man. That was a really cool bike. You feel old school? Well, you weren't a kid when we started this. I could still claim. I was still in my 20s when I started making YouTube videos. All right, Mr. Defobra over there, I think had a couple years on me back in the day. I think it says it closes at 8 p.m. But Gunnar, who's in the chat right now, he told me it closes at 7. So he would know better than me because he's the one in charge of all this stuff. No, I might put the Legends inserts in the front. There's also a company I really like working with called Traction Supply. They're the ones who make those 39 millimeter inserts for the Sportster that give it 7 inches of suspension travel that I have in my Dirtster. They make a similar kit like a drop-in cartridge that is the same kind of thing that the Legends makes. And I might go with them just because Legends makes a great product, and they're really nice people. But I'm not got no loyalty to them. I got no loyalty to Legends. And Traction Supply has helped out the channel before and been very cool, and it's a smaller company, so I think I'm probably going to go with them. They're like a local. They're in Georgia, but they're like a smaller shop. But they really care about suspension, and they really love what they do, and so does Legends. I'm not saying they don't, but I can call Traction Supply on the phone. They answer the phone. Legends would probably answer the phone too. I don't know, man. But I'm probably going to use Traction Supply. It's TRAXXION. They're good dudes over there. And I don't know, man. I love an underdog. Everyone starts out an underdog. That's the sad story. Like, I love rooting for an underdog, but then you root hard enough for an underdog, they're not underdog anymore. And then what do you do? Because at some point, Legends was the underdog too. Legends was like, we're out here fucking being the underdog against like Oleans and freaking Progressive and all these big companies. And now they're not a big company, but a bigger company. I'm just like, now Legends is too big. Traction Supply, those are the guys. You know what I mean? Oh, man. Yeah, Traction Dynamics. Yeah. That's one. You know them? Yeah. So if you're looking for suspension, Traction Dynamics is amazing, man. They make I am converted, dude. They make this kit for 39 millimeter front ends that brings you up to 7 inches of suspension travel. The difference between them and Progressive is, now if you contact Progressive directly, you could probably get it made. But most of the time when people are buying Progressive springs, they just give you two options. They're just like regular duty or heavy duty. That's what most places give you. Now, companies like Traction Supply, you don't just pick out heavy duty, light duty. What you do is you call them on the phone and you say, hello, my name's Josh. I'm building a off-road Sportster. It's going to be carrying anywhere from no luggage up to 100 pounds of luggage. And I weigh, 300 pounds, and I'm going to be doing, 20% off-road, 80% on-road. And please set up my suspension for that. And so they tune your suspension for exactly that, to your specifications, to your weight, as opposed to just getting like the regular, which is like heavy duty or light duty. No, it's for you. And suspension is incredibly personal like that. So a place like Traction that you can call up or email and get it set up like that, to me, and charges the same price as anybody else, that makes a pretty big difference. So if you are looking for something, like I said, it's Traction Dynamics with 2 X's. They're amazing. I've never ridden a 1275, so I don't know. I don't know. Uncle Bogator, have fun, man. Tell the old lady I said what's up. Okay, we're starting the drawing at 7. I'm still going to say 7. 1 hour left. Yeah, so anyway, suspension. Wilbur's, I rode. I don't know much about him. I know that's what or I almost called him fucking Uncle Bogan. That's what $1 Million Bogan uses. I'm sure they make great suspension. I rode his bike, but this suspension was not set up for me. The suspension was set up for him. And I don't know if you've ever seen Daniel, but he's not a giant dude. I weigh over 300 pounds. I would be surprised if he weighs over 150 pounds. So did not have like the experience on Wilbur's suspension that they probably would have wanted me to have. So I can't really say anything about it because I was way, way too heavy for the bike. But for suspension, you gotta get it set up for your weight and your riding style. Most suspension is set up for like someone who weighs like 150, 160 pounds. They don't set it up. So if you're a bigger guy, like, oh my God, getting suspension will change your life. You don't know it's Pandora's box for sure, because you don't know what you're missing until you get it, and you get it, and you're just like, I can never go back. So that for me now, with bike, I'm just like, that's mandatory. Suspension is mandatory on any motorcycle. I'm just like, good suspension is getting done. You have to. Because once you open that box and you realize how good it can be, you never go back. And you ask any big guy who's ever gotten suspension that's set up for them, they're like, oh yeah, no, first thing I do on every fucking motorcycle I own. I like, so I'm going to say I prefer Race Tech over Legends, not because I think that Race Tech necessarily makes like a superior product to them. I think that their products are on par with each other. Legends, you'll definitely get your Legends faster than you get Race Tech. So if you want your shocks like next week, don't order Race Tech because it takes them over a month to make your stuff. That's how long it took for me. I just like Race Tech because they will make the shock to exactly your specifications. Exactly. So they don't make it as tall as you want. So I got my Sportster shocks. They're 15 inches from eyelet to eyelet. They're set up for a 280-pound rider because I wanted to hopefully I lose the weight. I want to give myself some wiggle room there. They're set up for luggage. They're set up for, like I said, on-road and off-road. So they're pretty stiff on-road. So they will make them to exactly your specifications. If I had called them up and I was like, hey, Legends, make me a Sportster shock that's 22 inches long, they will make it. They just will make it to exact. And I want the coil to be bright purple. They would have been like, I don't know what kind of bike you're putting this on, but I guess whatever you want, sir. Here, we'll send them out. So that's the only reason I would say I like Race Tech. And maybe Legends, I don't know, maybe Legends offers that as well. Maybe they'll make them to exactly your specifications. But if they do that, I don't know about that. So I'm not saying they don't, but if they do that, I'm unaware that they'll make them like exactly as long as you want, exactly to the specifications you ask for. But Race Tech does. Race Tech will make exactly what you want. So that's why I would say Race Tech over. So B-Mail just sent it. He's got you. The guy from Traction had me weigh myself with my helmet and the gear I ride with. Like I said, Traction Dynamics takes suspension seriously. Let me share their website because it's weird because they spell it weird. So I don't know how to get this on here. I'm gonna have to share it, go onto the live stream from my phone and share it on there. Or actually, I'll ask Shelly. Shelly, can you do it? Or actually, can who we got in here? Busted Nux. Can you share it? Can you find Traction Dynamics and share it on there because you're a moderator? If you're still watching, you might not be watching still. Because I'm just talking about them and everyone's like, yeah, cool story. I want to actually share it with everyone. And I don't owe Traction Dynamics anything. They don't pay me nothing like that. I don't owe them nothing to say this stuff. They just, like I said, they take it seriously. So I'm actually not even going to share. I'm going to share the actual, this is the 39 millimeter front end that they make. That'll give you 7 inches of suspension travel. They also sell it with 5 inches of suspension travel, which if you don't go off-road, that's what you want because it's going to have less front end dive. So if you're like, I'm building just like a street monster that's not ever going to really go off-road and do any sort of adventure bike type stuff, get the 5 inches of travel, not the 7. It's way better for street-only use. I mean, not freaking have myself echo in here, so. Okay, there it is. Now I share, finally. I just want to, dude, I've been talking about it the whole time. I want to share it. So, yeah, that's Traction Dynamics. They're cool people. Like I said, you call them up or schedule a phone call. I think usually they want you to schedule a phone call. And they'll, like I said, my man in here, B-Mail, just send it, was saying they'll have you weigh you with your gear on. They take it seriously. Good shop for off-road stuff? I don't know. I don't know anything about DRZs, to be honest with you. Motor Mortician, we'll catch you later, bud. Like I said, we got a little less than an hour left. And you can still buy a ticket. You got it right there. If you want in on the Sportster raffle. Like I said, we're talking about all sorts. I'm not just talking about the Sportster raffle, but it just been was the theme of this, and was saying thank you to a lot of people, and I don't know, man. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody. Like I said, it's very humbling. I don't think you're going to get away with the cowboy hat and the headphones. You can try. It's definitely not going over.
Ding dong.
Yeah, we're really missing.
I'm here.
We're really missing the boat.
Hello.
Right now.
That's
With
okay.
headphones
We
that are
don't really
designed to
need
go over a
headphones.
cowboy hat.
I don't really need the headphones, do I?
No, you don't have to.
We aren't watching anything.
Yeah.
So, howdy. Hello. Welcome.
Yeah, we're going to start
I'm
drawing
here.
at 7. Grant Keenan, man. Hell yeah. That guy's been watching since the very beginning. Very good dude.
Can I get the mouse? I want me a chat. I want to see the chat.
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay, bye. I'm pulling up the chat now so I can see what you guys are saying. There it is. Hello, I'm here. I was getting ready. I'm going to a concert tonight, so I had to get dressed and ready for that because as soon as this ends, I'm going straight there. So, hello, everybody. Hello, Loose Juice Lone Star. Hello, Snake Boot. There's baby goats on my Discord right now. Oh my god, I need to go to my Discord channel. I swear I'm not in there enough. So I heard Josh talking about his message anxiety. I also have message anxiety, but mine is like rooted from trauma. I don't know about his. No, I'm not going to Taylor Swift. I'm going to some show called Masago. He is a rapper who plays the saxophone. Howdy, everybody. I love all these hellos. I'm really excited to draw the Sportster and the Double Tail Chopper. I'm a little late to the party, but, you know.
Yeah. So suspension.
Oh, right. You were talking about suspension. I
No,
just
we
sat
don't
down
have to-
and
we
I was
don't
like,
have to-
hello, I'm here
yeah.
now. Fuck what you were saying before.
No, we don't have to. We don't have to talk about suspension still. I could talk about it all night because it changed my life. Shay is about to get her first taste of suspension because we're going to get her KX100 set up for her. And then also, it'll be a big difference too because it's going to be set up not only for your weight, because I think that the KX100s are set up for like an 85-pound rider. So, because they're for, kids.
Yeah.
And
A KX100's for a kid?
yeah, that is a child's bike. That's a badass kid, dude, because that thing is...
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a badass motherfucking kid if anybody can do that.
Yeah, dude.
As a child.
Oh, KX100s, frickin', they be pulling... You can pull fucking triples. It's a straight up a motocross bike. It's a race bike. Race bike.
No, I ride a dirt bike. I don't do motocross.
That's why it also needs to be changed, because since you're riding Croom and Enduro stuff, the suspension is not set up for that. It's set up for motocross. So you're getting hurt in a lot of different ways by the way the suspension is set up on that. Made in Texas. We'll be heading back to the Pacific Northwest. Don't quote me on this, because we thought we were going to go at the first of the year, but now it's looking like maybe at the end of the month or early next month. I don't know, though, so don't count on it. But that's what we're shooting. Maybe.
We will always... let you know. We'll start posting everywhere.
Yeah.
If that we're coming.
We will not
Like,
make it a secret.
It will be very known if we're going to the Pacific Northwest.
Damn, hand of karma. Glad I caught you so I could get my ticket before it ends. Did what you do for the kids. One of them back in the 70s got the boot on my 18th birthday, so I feel you. That never happened to me, I mean, I definitely wanted to leave, but I was not forced to move out. So I don't know. To me, that is
Yeah.
just so terrifying. For anyone who was like kicked out, no idea what that feels, or made homeless in any way. Because this is like, even though this is for the hurricanes, this is directly for people who've been made homeless by the hurricanes. So to just be like forcibly made homeless, I guess that's happened to me a couple, but I had like great resources.
Yeah, I've always had
So-
a really great support system. So I've never actually had to live in my car. I've always had
Yeah.
a place to sleep. I've only just had to keep my things in my car.
Yeah. No, I've always had a great system as well. So I always had a place to go. But when you're 18, or if you're just like made homeless, you got your whole family and your dog with you, like these people from the
Yeah.
hurricane, and you're just like,
I
whoa.
can't. I
what the
seriously
fuck?
can't even imagine what that must be like.
What's up, Whiskey Chaser? Sorry that
Hello.
yeah, sorry that I made everyone move around their videos today.
Is that what you did?
yeah, Whiskey Chaser, because we're starting to pull the raffles at 7. So
Oh well, it's for charity, guys. So you have
Yeah.
to understand that. This cat's so bent.
anyway, yeah. So Adventure Guide in Ludicrous London. Did you put someone else on your channel? Mile Maker lives in a bus. That's kind of cool. Like a
What kind
like
of
a
bus?
like a school bus,
Yeah, like a school bus, or do you?
or are you just calling it a bus?
Magic
'cause
school bus?
Some people call it anything that's RV. They'll call a bus. It's like a name for it.
Yeah.
Casey Jones, Barf Party. We're shooting for October. Not sure though. Yeah, Sterling Trucker Delivery has been zeroed out a few times. So have I, man. More times than I'd like to admit. I've been zeroed out. So it's fucking rough, man.
What does being zeroed out mean?
It's it's hitting the bricks, being zeroed out. So when you move back from, you had no job, nothing,
Oh,
no home, like that's being zeroed out.
I've just never heard it. I will post an updated Discord link to Patreon. I'm sorry about that. I'll do that today.
Anyway, yeah, Barftober. Hopefully, we'll see. Yeah, it's everything's starting after this live stream, but we're not starting to pull the tickets till 7:00, and then we got a few pavers to give away. I don't want to call the people who won the pavers. I'm gonna let Gunnar email them
Yeah.
because I feel like if people start getting a call during this stream, they're gonna be like,
Oh, I
shit,
fucking
I won a
won."
motorcycle." I only want to call the people who are winning
Yeah.
motorcycles because anyone else is gonna be like, oh, cool, thanks. Not that it's a very cool prize and they're expensive, and that goes to charity too. Like if you do buy one, but I'm only
Yeah,
calling
it's
people
still an
who are
amazing
winning
prize.
motorcycles. I don't want anyone to think that
I'm not even a veteran and I want a paper.
I don't want anyone to think that think that they want a motorcycle when I'm calling them. All of a sudden I've got yeah, no, you got a T-shirt. Congrats.
I know we did
That
that,
would suck,
once.
dude. Do
They were
call
just
it-
happy to talk to us on the
Yeah.
phone, you know, like.
Yeah, I just feel like that would be crushing disappointment. So we're not going to do that. They'll get emails.
Well,
We'll say their name
I
on
just
here.
I don't know. I'm just so used to delivering people crushing disappointment on the regular, so it's like
It's cool. Just another day in
it's
the
just
life.
another day in the life of Shay.
David, good luck at work, man. Take it easy. Yeah, Hand of Karma gets it, man. Yeah, it's excuse me.
Bless you.
This is bad people doing good things, man. And to me, that's the whole kind of just the whole kind of concept behind doing all this charity work that we've done and how everyone feels who've come along on this ride with us is just that, no one who watches our channel that unless I have not met them yet, and none of them perfect. Most of the people, I can tell you some of the stories I've gotten from people that I've met at the camp out will curl your toes, the stuff they've been through. We had one guy, I think it was 2 camp outs ago, who had just gotten out of prison 2 days before he came to the camp out. And he'd been
Oh
in
my
prison.
God.
Oh, dude, he'd been in prison for over a decade.
I do remember that.
Yeah, and he's just I just wanted to come to the, and he was there and he just enjoyed the music and just enjoyed his freedom, and it was really fucking almost made me cry, It was really, really something special. And just people's stories you couldn't imagine with drugs and prison and all this stuff. And so, I'm not expecting anyone to be perfect, being oh, charity and you got to be a good Christian who follows all the rules or else you're not allowed. Nah, man, they know how we do business. We're all very flawed, very strange people. But that doesn't mean that we can't get together and do something good. You can be a bad person, still do good things. That is what we're all about, baby. And so I really, really, it means a lot to me that those people are around and that we have a way to do our own thing our own way. Because trust me, there's plenty of other people out there who do good work, but they do it in a way that I probably wouldn't want to. It's not my thing. So we're doing things our way, and I like it a lot better. and judging from a lot of the people who have kind of joined in on it with us, you guys like it this way as well. Shispa says his daughter saw your chair and now wants one herself.
Oh, dude, this chair is awesome. I like the chair because it comes in small, medium, large, and extra large. So
right, you
like,
can get a small chair.
Fits. Like my feet touch the ground when I'm on the chair, so that's cool.
Absolutely nobody. I appreciate you, man. Like I said, buy a ticket only if you can afford it. You know, I don't want anybody stretching themselves thin.
Break the bank. If you know you got $50 in your bank account, don't spend $20 on a raffle ticket.
Yeah, seriously, like don't not pay your electric bill or go get food because of the raffle. It's only if you have extra, man. Only if you have extra, because you can still share it. You can tell somebody. You can do it later. You can provide services. There's so many different things you can do. You know, you don't have to. But for me, it's, you know, we talk about it. I can't really buy raffle tickets, although we donate money and time in other ways. But I can't buy raffle tickets because I can't win. So we do it in other ways. There's lots of ways to help. But the easiest way is definitely by just buying a raffle ticket. That's the easiest way to help.
The raffle's at 116 right now. That's amazing.
Did you refresh it?
I just opened it.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I already had one up.
Oh, yeah, I just opened it.
Kaz Motors, my man.
Hello?
Just hanging out. Do I still work at the Dirty Shame? As little as possible. You bartend for 20 years.
If I never have to work another day in my life.
We work very hard. I try to not bartend as much because my feet hurt.
If you do what you love, you're never working.
Yeah. I bartended for 20 years. If I never have to bartend again, I will be okay with that.
I hope you never have to bartend again.
I always feel it's like accusatory. People are like, so do you work at the Shame? And I'm like, why does this feel like aggressive?
Well, it's because you can't hear their text. They're not saying it aggressive. I can't, it's just how you read it, you know? Because Rainy Rider just messaged me and he goes, did Shay get her boots yet? He could have been saying, did Shay get her boots yet? But, you know, I don't think he's saying that. I think he's just like, did Shay get her boots yet?
I just, Matt in the Hat, we appreciate you, brother.
And I'll get them tomorrow when I go to Forgotten Angels.
So I stopped bartending like 6 months ago, and I have way less money because of it, and that sucks. But my feet don't hurt as bad. So there's a trade-off. The money for bartending was the hardest thing in the world to give up. It was very tough.
Tony, hey, what's up? What's your question?
What was your question?
I didn't see
Go
it.
up.
We don't ignore super chats.
Yeah, I don't know super chat.
I just simply did not see.
Oh, can I ask Blockhead if he would trade for his OG Sportster? No, he ain't gonna do that.
Nah, he's not gonna do that, dude.
I mean, anyone could ask him. He's not gonna do it though. I mean, that's his first bike on YouTube. He ain't selling that shit.
Yeah, I would never do that to the Green Goblin.
Yeah,
that's mine.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to answer it like that. I just I know him personally, so I'm just like, for me to go like, oh, would he trade for this? I'm like, oh, absolutely not.
No, I don't think he would trade his dog for it.
Yeah, no, he loves that bike.
He loves that bike. I mean, maybe
he would. I don't think he'd trade for it even if it was still an 883.
Yeah,
let alone what it is now. Sorry, I didn't mean to answer that. I hope that didn't sound rude. I didn't mean that in a rude way. I was just like, oh, yeah, not a chance, dude. That he would trade. Yeah, the Shame can be rough sometimes. The Ybor City is a very busy place. It's a entertainment district. You know, Friday nights are just out of control. So I don't miss. There's parts of bartending I miss, but it's just like, dude, I bartended full time. Can you, if you win, I'll ask him. I'm just telling you, I don't think that he will, but yes, I'll ask. But you know, it's rough. It hurts your feet. It's a hard job, and we didn't do split shifts, so you know, I'd be on my feet for 12 to 14 hours at a time. You know, and just the schedule being up till 4 or 5 in the morning every single night for years and years and years and years. I just don't want to do it anymore, man. It fucking hurts, dude. It's 20 years on my fucking feet and running and walking miles. It sucked. It was hard, man. And it was tough too, just like the people, and there's fights, and there's like what I used to freak out about a lot is I quit smoking 7 years ago. But the Shame is a smoking bar. And so I was just sitting there going like, dude, I'm inside this room with closed doors with 60 people who are chain smoking cigarettes.
One time I worked a shift there, and after a few hours, I had the worst migraine ever.
Yeah, if you don't smoke, it's
I
gonna be a hard bar
I
to
don't
be in.
smoke, and I'm not used to being in a bar. And, you know, you just asked me to pick up the shifts, and the place that I did bartend before was a no smoking bar. So
yeah,
being in a room like that for 12 hours, like 4 hours in, I was like,
it's not that. I just was like so worried that like don't want anyone to stop. I'm not going to try to make anyone stop smoking. And I feel like you should be able to. I feel like you should be able to smoke in a bar anyway.
no, I would never even say anything
But I was
to anybody.
stuck. But I had to be
just
there.
silently suffering.
So I'm just here 12 hours, and so I'm just like, how many cigarettes am I smoking a night just by being in here? And I was just like, I was just in my head going like, dude, don't tell me I quit smoking cigarettes just to get fucking lung cancer just from still working in a bar where like, and I can't, thousands of cigarettes a night got smoked and blown in my face. And it just really freaked me out. So it's like when people are like, why don't you work at the Shame? I'm like, a lot of reasons, man. A lot of reasons why I don't bartend anymore. A ton of reasons. Rainy Rider, man. We'll catch you soon, dude. Love you. Hazard pay,
See
mile
you
maker,
later.
0 pay.
Okay, bye-bye.
You don't get, bars don't make as much money as people think they make. So when you're like, oh, I run this bar, like that doesn't mean anything. That means I get the best shifts. There's no like actual pay. Anyway, the worst thing that happened to me, some shit I won't talk about, that's for sure. I could think of maybe like the 10th worst thing that ever happened to me. I could say that one. The worst thing? Nah, man.
Nah, that ain't
Ass.
for YouTube.
The diet, it goes well, you know. It's there are good days and bad days, there are hard days, there are easy days, there are days I feel confident, there are days I feel unconfident, there are days I want to say fuck it all and just throw it all away, and there are days where I feel so sure of myself that I feel like I'm going to win when I wake up. So in short, it's just like life. The only way to continue doing it and the only way to actually lose weight is the same way you succeed at anything, is to never stop trying. So if I'm honest with myself and I never stop trying, eventually I will succeed and hit my goals. But if I stop trying and go, I don't want to do it anymore, then I'm definitely not hitting any goal. I'm not just going to magically lose weight just by like existing and wishing that I would.
That's what I'm hoping will happen to me. I've like cut back a certain couple things, and now I'm just like, oh, well, if I just like go to the gym like once a week, I'll be fine, right?
Yeah. Ryan Dixon wants to know if I own a portion of the Shame. That's always a hilarious question to me. Because it was a family business for a long time, and people think that there's like
the back portion,
Yeah.
because that's where the liquor is stored. If you're going to own a portion,
I've gotten
of
this
it.
question so many times, and I'm just like, I never know how to answer. No offense, Brian. I'm just like, what? So why do you want to know? It's my personal business. And two, it's a family business. I've talked about it a bunch of times. Richard brought me into it and gave me sweat equity in the bar. But I'll tell you this, just like anything, so anybody who owns a business knows this, and I've owned multiple businesses. If you own a business and you rent the building, you don't own shit. You have a name and like the product and whatever you're able to do. So this is like when someone's like, oh, I own this. I was like, well, do you own the property that it's in? No, you rent it? Well, then you don't own anything. You just run it. Like you just run a business. And like, yeah, your name's on it, but like, what the fuck does that mean? So when the landlord comes in and goes like, oh, I'm raising your rent by $5,000 a month, and you're like, well, I can't pay it. Well, then you walk out of there and you're like, I own this business. And they're like, where is it? Nowhere. Well, you don't own fucking shit, brother. So when I, that's why it's always a weird question for me when people ask me that, because I'm just like, what do you think? I mean, if you own property, that's great. If you own property, that's money. That's who has money, is people who own property, not people who own businesses. If you own a business, what you own is the product, if you own it. Some people lease it or do whatever, and what you're able to do yourself. That's all you own. Maybe some of the furniture, like maybe have the build out. So most landlords, if you do improvements to the building, we'll take it off sometimes we'll take it off the rent or the initial deposit if you're improving the building and they agree upon it. This is so like, I feel like I'm explaining and this is okay. I don't mind doing this, kind of having to explain to people how businesses work. If you lease a building and you're going to improve it with a build out, sometimes the owner of the building will incur some of that cost because it's an improvement to the structure. So they'll help you pay for it because they're like, cool, like if you leave, I still have this. But you don't own that. You don't like go like, oh, I have my build out, I'm going to take it with me and get the $50,000 I spent. That's not how it works. Like, you don't get to like pull the shit off the wall. That's once you start improving the structure, that now belongs to the landlord if he owns the building because you've improved the building. That's not yours. If it's part of the building, the landlord owns it. That's why I'm like, people, do you own it? Like, okay, what does owning a business mean? It doesn't mean anything. It means anyone can own a business. Go online, pay $100, name it Pee Pee Poo Poo Incorporated. Now you're a business owner.
It. You can literally do it. It doesn't cost that much.
Like, what next, dude?
And it doesn't even matter. So like if we changed the Brapstar LLC to Pee Pee Poo Poo.
Yeah, we'd be like, I own Pee Pee Poo Poo Incorporated.
It wouldn't matter.
I'm just like, what do you own?
We could still call
Nothing.
it Brapstar, but it's Pee Pee Poo Poo.
So if you own property, then that's something. Owning a business, I think for people who've never done it for a living, I've done my own. I haven't had a real job since I was like a teenager. So I've always done business like this. I've always owned my own business, but that's not being like, oh, I'm a business, I do this. That just means I've just figured out how to make money just by myself. That's all that means. That doesn't mean I'm being a business owner. Just means you figure out how to make money without somebody else setting up the tools for you to do it. When you work for somebody else, they own the business and they set up the tools for you to make money. If you do it yourself, you just set it up yourself and you do it yourself. It doesn't mean anything to me. It's just you just get to be your own boss and stuff, which is cool. I think that a lot of people really misunderstand what it means to claim ownership over a business. It really doesn't mean that much. Anyway. No offense. I'm not trying to offend anybody or be mean to anybody, but like I think it gets put on this golden pedestal if you work for, a business owner. I'm like, fucking say, you can start your own business. Doesn't even have to do anything. Like, who cares, dude? You can even lease a place. You go lease a place. All it takes is money. Go lease the place.
What
and
you're
be
describing right now is literally Brapstar.
Yeah. It doesn't fucking take anything. Now you're a business owner, dude. Congrats. You're making it. American dream. And I don't want anyone to feel bad about asking the question. I feel like that it's just like people misunderstand what it means. They think it's like some very special, like, hallowed ground. Let me tell you, if you see somebody who owns a bar, you know what a great way to lose $1 million is? Open a bar. Most people who own small bars, open them, usually start out with a ton of money and they want a bar because they want their own clubhouse to drink in. Most people who are barkeeps, run a bar for a living, don't make a ton of money because there's not a lot of money in it. There's money there, but not a ton. Unless you're just like banging out $50,000 Friday nights every Friday, but like that's not how it goes. If you do food and drinks, you really don't make any money because food is a giant loser. And then you also have to pay a cook to stand there sometimes, even if nobody's ordering food. Cook still gets paid. Wait, you're still paying people. They're still, you know what I mean? So it's like you lose your ass on food so fast. So, you know, that most people who are just like own a small business, own a bar as a small business, it's a very big upfront cost because liquor licenses are expensive, but most people just rent them. You know, at the shame, our liquor license, not that I need to disclose our private business, the liquor license belongs to somebody else. You rent it. Just like everything else. So in the building, you rent it, you rent everything, you know? Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. That, and I forgot how the saying went. Smokey the Man just got me. He goes,
Yeah,
you want to know how to
I
make
saw
a
that.
small fortune in business? Start with a large fortune. Like, it's tough. Most people do it for the same reason that I do it, is I just don't make a great employee. And that's not meant to be against anybody else because it hurts me in a lot of ways.
I'm a bad employee, too.
I'm a bad employee. So it's very hard for me to work for somebody else because they'll usually just fire me because I suck.
I've never been fired, though.
So I have to do it myself because I just suck. If work for somebody, they'll be like, well, you're not good at that. You suck. We're going to hire someone who's good at this. You're terrible. And I'm like, I know. I know.
I guess I'm not a bad employee. I just, like, go to every single job high as fuck. Yeah. I think that's the one.
Seaflow, we appreciate you, man. He's a firefighter. Firefighters got to deal with all sort of people, man.
I
at their worst.
can't, like,
you know?
thank you for your service.
Yeah. That's a rough job, dude. I couldn't do firefighters and paramedics. That you would just see, like, every day you got to wake up and be like, all right, well, I guess I'm just going to deal with 30 people having the absolute worst day of their entire lives.
What is
So,
Brapstar
thank you.
Garage? Brapstar Garage is
It's a
really
concept.
it's an idea
It's an idea.
in our hearts.
It's a feeling. It's an emotion.
in our minds. In our stomachs sometimes.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't know if that might be something else. Anyway, so Brapstar Garage is I'm still not sure what it's going to look like ultimately. Before, when we rented out the smaller garage, the idea behind that was I was trying, and because ideas change, you know, like what I thought it was going to be when I first started is now something different. When I very first rented out that place, or signed a lease, when I very first leased that place, my idea was to do it and create the videos and work on the bikes as a proof of concept. So if you guys, anyone who's in business and has ever gotten a business loan from an individual, not from a company, or maybe like it could be like a company of people who invest in stuff. If you've ever had to do that, you need to start with what's called a proof of concept. So you write a business plan, and you have a proof of concept, which the garage was supposed to be. So my concept, when I was going to approach somebody with a ton of money who was a millionaire, was to be like, I want to start a bar and grill with a community motorcycle shop attached to it that comes with a built-in reality TV show. So my idea was saying it's going to be like, it's like Gas Monkey Garage, you know, and Gas Monkey, the guy from Gas Monkey Garage, he has a restaurant. Like, he's got, you know what I mean? He's got his whole thing set up. I was like, I wanted it to be like that. You know, here's the garage. The videos get filmed there. Other people can come work on their stuff there. There's also a hangout area, a bar, a grill. You know what I mean? But that's like you, me, and about $5 million. That is not, opening a place like I had in mind is not something that I personally could ever afford to do. So the idea was to work on the videos, work on the concept, and have Brapstar Garage exist in that space, so then it could be like, here's what it's going to look like, but on a bigger scale, and get an investor. Now, it might change in between those 2 years, like things changed, and I decided that's not what I want to do anymore. I don't want to own like a big business, you know what I mean? It's not what I want to do anymore. So, anyway,
I don't want to work. I want to harvest.
Yes, we're going to be teaching a lot of the kids to work on their own bikes and cars. So that's the idea for Rapstar Garage now, and then also to help out traveling bikers. To have right now, I was like, I really want to have a community garage where, people in their head like, well, I can go there and fix my own stuff. But I'm like, and more of a community than that. I'm looking for a place where you can pass along skills to people who don't have them. The young men from Forgotten Angels, other people who are around who are like, I don't know how to do anything. And so you have people who do, and so you have a place where you can pass those along from people who weren't unable to get it from their father or from anybody who was a role model in their life, a place they can go and learn from somebody, a place where you can go and not only learn how to do stuff, but learn how to be a mentor too. Learning how to be a mentor is a huge deal. It's kind of like that. It's a little nebulous, but that's kind of what is in my head right now. Changing that from like, shade trees, boobs, butts, and burgers, also bikes. You know what I mean? Like, which is what I was like, it's like Hooters, but also motorcycles are there,
It's a garage with a casting couch.
Yeah.
That serves food.
People change, ideas change. I'm glad it did. If that had worked out for me right away, I think I probably would have ultimately, after a while, been unhappy with it and unfulfilled. So, there you go. I appreciate you, Kaz. I'm sure we'll end up leaning on you for that. So anyway, Slappy Joe, man, we appreciate you, bud. We have 22 minutes left to buy a ticket. So, 22 whole minutes. That's not long. Dude, I feel it's crazy how long we've been doing this and promoting this and how much it's done and the metamorphosis and having the bikes and getting the Sportster and all the fishing trips, the fishing trips
so
and
fun.
People coming down here. And it all boils down to there's 21 minutes left.
It doesn't feel real.
Yeah, it feels very surreal. It feels very surreal right now. Yeah, this is it. You got 20 minutes left. Now's the time. If you're waiting till the last minute, well, I guess if you want to wait till the very last minute, you got 19 minutes left. But
will you pull the chat back up for me?
Oh, yeah, sorry. But yeah, this is it. Gunners in the chat. After 7, we're going to shut it down. We're going to start pulling winners. The final countdown, baby.
Ba-da-da-da.
Ba-da-da-da-da. What a weird song.
Right?
Let's see here. No, I don't want to look at myself talking. I do that enough.
I think the fishing trip was a very, very cool prize, and I wish
That's
you would have.
a cool prize.
It was a very cool prize.
I liked that a lot. That was like fun. I've never seen anybody else do it like that. So I was like really stoked about that. It was just like, because it's so like it's not a motorcycle thing. We did ride motorcycles
in a lifetime experience. Like the person who won that, the people who won that will just remember that forever.
Yeah, no, they're not like crazy, all expenses paid motorcycle and fishing trip to Florida. That was awesome, dude.
Yeah,
that was so much fun.
So awesome.
Tony, hey Munkets, man, I appreciate you, man. 6 years, that's a long time. I appreciate the years of support, dude. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, I always encourage people when people talk about people who want to make YouTube videos and want to not just make videos, because there's a difference between like, oh, I'll upload a video every once in a while and like wanting to make a channel. I always encourage it. I encourage it. I'm an open book when it comes to knowledge. You mainly got to hit me up in person, and I can't do it for you. That's the other thing. People are like, how do I do all this stuff? I'm like, dude, fuck, I don't know. Google that shit, man. People are like, how do I edit this? I'm like, Google it. Google, how do I do this? That's what I do. But like with the other stuff that people don't know and want to know, like I'm an open book, man. I'll share and help anybody. I do it all the time. It doesn't bother me. I just, what it is you just, I had help, not really help how to edit or how to do, set up the channel or any of that. But I had help from larger creators who helped me out and gave me advice and tips and stuff like that. So far be it from me to not share the same stuff with people who ask me, because I certainly got help. Just like nobody does it on their own. People who say they've done it on their own are liars, I think. Everyone does. Everyone has help. There's some people don't want to admit it.
Mm-hmm. And that's rude.
Yeah. Shillelagh. That sounds like shillelagh, like Irish. Sounds Irish, man. Matt Shillelagh. Shillelagh is like a stick that you hit
I don't think
people
that.
with.
I think it's Shelly.
No, you put a shillelagh. Shillelagh. That's Irish. It's got to be Irish. Howdy, Austin. Fred Straw has been watching for a long time, dude. Thanks, Paul. We appreciate you, man. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things on Discord is the channel support. There's people on there that can talk to each other, share tips and tricks. I learn shit from there, too. You know?
My Discord is just pet pictures.
Yeah, that's okay.
No, I love that. Like, always send me pictures of your pets and memes. Send me memes.
Loganberry's right. YouTube University, man. That's how I learned everything, too, bud.
Yeah, you just have to Google specifically what your question is. And if you don't get an answer, then be more specific in your question. Have we pushed the GPS power button yet? Yes. I was messing around with it the other day. Josh is still on the carnivore diet. I do not like to diet. I could probably stand to do a diet or go to the gym a little more often, but I'm not going to. I can't hold focus long enough for Discord either. I can't hold focus long enough for a regular text conversation. Yuka, thank you so much. Yeah, I know. That's why I answered for him.
What's that?
If you were still on the carnivore diet.
No. It's not for me. I got a video explaining it later. It's too long to explain right now. But yeah, I'm making a video about it. It's just not for it. Doesn't work for me. I think that a lot of people want it to work because they're just like, oh, I'll just eat meat all day. And it hasn't worked for a lot of people because it's a very restrictive diet. Anything that is very restrictive is going to make you usually eat less. It just didn't work for me because for a lot of different reasons. Like I said, I'm making a video about it, but it was not for me. I think it works for a lot of people. It was not for me, though. Anyway, we've got 15 minutes left. Yeah, we got to meet Paul Sr., very nice guy. 15 minutes left to grab one. Again, wild, I think. Wild that we're coming up to next. It's like weird.
I'm just excited to meet another person.
Yeah, no, it's always weird that like the people who win, you're just like, who's it gonna? I don't know who's it gonna be. You know, like
I don't know, but it's always really exciting.
It is very exciting.
So I'm excited to meet the people.
Yeah, 15 minutes left, and someone owns. I always say is like someone owns it already.
Not yet.
We just don't know who it is.
Not yet.
Like it belongs to someone already.
No, it doesn't because it hasn't been drawn yet. So technically, it belongs to everybody.
Or the winning ticket might not have been sold yet.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know.
I don't know. Could be right up to the last minute, man. Right up to the last minute, the winner could be sitting there waiting to frickin' buy the ticket right now. I don't know.
Yeah, both bikes are being drawn tonight.
Yes, both of them. Both of them are being drawn tonight. There's cowboycure.com for the website. It works. I use it literally every day. I use it before I sat down for this live stream. Yeah. Boom. It's the business. I wouldn't promote it we tested it for over a year before we came out with it. Drunk on Truly, waiting for my phone to ring. I know that's the only bad part about this is just like some people are so stoked. And
the like 3,000 people who don't win.
Oh man. But like it's going to a good cause. You can feel good about that. You can feel good about the money going to charity. You feel very good about that.
Pretty good chance of winning statistically in comparison to like going to the gas station and buying a scratcher right now. That if you buy a raffle ticket, so.
Yeah. It's better chances than winning $100 on a scratch off. It's literally crazy to me. Mm-hmm. Your chances on winning $100 on a scratch off are so low. It's comparatively like way better chance of winning this, which is really wild, and especially because we gave away multiple prizes too. So all the prizes we gave away, like the fish, it's so crazy. Like we believe we flew people down here. We're like, yeah, leave your town, come meet some strangers from the internet, and go fit on a boat 40 miles offshore with them. That's wild. Odin gloves. I would wash your Odin gloves either if they're leather.
Hand wash them. Yeah. Just soap and water in the sink.
Because I put mine in the washing machine and I ruined them. So don't do that.
Don't do that.
And no, the winner will not get a choice. And you win what you win. There's no choice. And
we're just gonna pull one then the other.
Gunnar says there's only 2,400 entrants.
You have a 1 in 2,400 chance. We'll go up a little bit.
2,451 specifically.
Yeah, 2,451 entrants. That's how people don't believe me. I think they're like, "Wait, what?" No, I'm like, "No, dude, it's like crazy fucking good compared to anything else anyway. To anything else available, unless you're like out there flipping a coin or playing war with cards, like this is it, dude.
Amazing statistic.
Yeah. I didn't think I was worried about the CBD not making a difference on the cowboy car loose juice, but I feel like it does. I don't if it's just in my head, whatever. But I feel like it makes a difference. 2451, man.
And that's how many tickets have been sold?
Yep.
So that's not even how many entrants.
That's not even how many entrants, it's how many tickets. So if it's less, and some people have more, if you buy more tickets, but it ain't only 2,400 people. It's way less people.
Yeah, previous tickets are entered in this. It's all tickets
dude.
Since the raffle has started will have a chance.
Oh yeah, dude. Never give me the odds. I know. The amount of money makes it seem insane because it's like over $100,000. So you're like, oh no, like it doesn't take that many people. Like it's not like me and Shay have like millions of followers for this, and I guarantee nobody heard about this besides people who follow the channel. It's not like it was on the news or something. So it's literally just people who watch the channel have heard about it.
There was a flyer in the airport.
Oh, man, yeah. But, like, how many people enter a raffle from, like...
Nobody. If I
does,
saw
dude.
a raffle in the airport, I would be like, this is a fucking scam.
Yeah. It's like might not remember this, but they used to always have that at places. They'd have some lady up there with, like, buy $5, you can win a vacation. And you, like, give her $5 and put your name and information in this box. Really, it's just, like, an email scam. Or a phone scam. But I'm like, it wasn't. Like, someone got won, obviously, but who buys it? You'd be like, dude, fuck that shit. So it's like pretty much just people who watch the channel, which is why like we haven't pulled a name and they've been like Shade Tree and Shay Lisi who like no, of course that's where they saw it. And I'm trying to suck my own dick here, but that's why there's only 2,400 people instead of 24,000 people.
Yep.
And 9 minutes left. Better odds than successfully navigating an asteroid field. That is for sure. 9 minutes left, man, if you want to grab a ticket. We're going to call the winners. We're going to email the people who won bricks, like the pavers, to get engraved, because I don't want to call them and have them think they want a bike. But we'll call them later, after after they got their email
like
and they
tomorrow.
know. Yeah, I don't want to call them and then be like, what? I can't believe, you know what I mean? So, Joey Stromboli.
Oh, I love
My
Joey
man,
Stromboli.
dude. He's a great dude. He's a great dude. No, B-Mail just sent it. I don't blame you, dude, for having to know where it came from. Like, would the same way. If I just saw a random flyer for even a motorcycle raffle for charity, I would be like, fuck it, I'm not doing this shit. Like, I wouldn't expect anyone to do it. I get it, because I would be the same way. 8 minutes. We'll do like this. We're going to do this countdown. 8 minutes left, if you want to get it.
No,
Or
no
not
one's
to?
ever won twice.
No. The odds of that are
Small.
small. That's pretty crazy. Possible.
Yeah, it's still possible.
Yeah.
You're not excluded because you won before.
Yeah. It's just pretty low chances, I would say. But like also like winning twice with the amount of people who have entered is you still have a better likelihood of winning twice than you do of winning $100 on a scratch off.
It's true.
So I'm just saying, dude. Like even winning twice on this, you have better odds of doing that than fucking a lot of things, which is crazy to say. Yeah, you could win a brick. They're pavers. If you've been to Berts, you know where they are. And if you win a paver and you don't live here, I'll go take a video of it. Or if you just buy a paver, because you can buy a paver if you want to buy one for, someone who's in the service or whoever, someone who means a lot to you, and have it engraved for them and put it at Berts. If you do that, just email Gunner and tell him that you live out of town. And next time I'm up there, I'll put it in a video, so you can see it in, not in person, but in video, not just a picture. So, but yeah, 7 minutes. Hand of Karma, welcome, wizard. We appreciate you, Handa. Scott Freeze beat those odds. Every once in a while, me too, a couple times. Every once in a while. Yeah, you're still in it, bud.
I beat the odds every day by existing.
Oh, 6 minutes.
Oh, I
No.
guess I should probably pull Gunner up on
Yeah.
the screen, huh? Can I have my mouse?
Yeah, let's get Gunner on. He just actually asked me if he wanted to go. Yeah, I want him on Discord. That's not too hard to do.
No, not at all.
That way they don't just have to take our word for it. They can see him, announce the winner. 6 more minutes, though. We're pulling it. What's up,
yeah,
Michael?
so if you haven't bought a ticket yet and you're like, maybe.
What's up, Rolling with Tebow, man? Gang's all here. I know we started kind of early, so people are like, what the fuck? Yeah. Immortality in Bert's pavement is priceless. You could buy paver for yourself. I mean, you really
Yeah,
just fucking...
you can purchase them. You don't have to win one.
Yeah, you can put whatever you want on it. I mean, up to a point. I think that if you start putting pee pee poo poo incorporated on it, they might be like, nah, we're good.
Nah,
man.
dude.
You'd have to really want it, though. Because I forget, Gunner knows how much they are. I don't know how much they are, though. We might do the 2 Trash for Thrash shirts one more time. I'm not sure, though. We've already done them twice. I don't like to do things over and over again. Dude, is that freaking Gunner's Discord name?
Sure is.
Fucking nerd. 5 minutes. You have 5. If you want a ticket, you have 5 minutes left. I promise, it's not a scam. Tony Monkeys, you got 7 tickets. Damn, dude. Thank you, man. That's awesome. Very cool. We might try to do Stubborn American. We've been trying to go back ever since I went back the first time, and Shay had to miss it because of her accident. We'll see what happens. Nope, there he is.
Hey.
Hey, howdy. Joey
My,
Stromboli, my man.
Browser just cut out, so I got to go back into the feed and mute it.
Hooligan, give it till after the weekend. If it doesn't come by Monday, let me know.
Hi, Gunner.
Hey, Gunner.
Hey, what's
I
up,
like
guys?
your shirt.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you. It's one
Rap
of a
star
kind.
repping,
You can only
dude.
get it in
Yeah,
one spot.
dude. I like to see Brapstar on your tit.
We're actually waiting on more Brapstar stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, we
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah, no problem, dude. We'll freaking get it
Yeah,
get it
dude.
done.
Take 100 more for each store.
4 more minutes. So, 4 more minutes. That's how long you have to get another ticket.
Oh, I just wanted to clarify. So I know I put it in chat, but we're going to be drawing the names at 7, right?
Yeah.
And then you can still enter to win. You know, we're going to draw the 4 pavers, and then we're going to draw the Stormster. And then whenever you announce that, okay, now we're drawing the final winner, that's
Then
when
it's
it's
over.
going to be turned off. You can no longer enter.
Okay, so you got a couple minutes after this because
Right.
we're gonna.
I know we're not milking it or anything like
Yeah,
that. So
yeah.
we're gonna draw. But once you announce this is it for the Devil Tail, it's getting turned off.
Everyone's saying it's lagging, so it's not lagging on our end. So I don't know.
Yeah, you were also lagging for me. That's why I'm trying to pull it up in Chrome.
I'm just waiting for a minute to see if it stops because we're seeing the comments like after the fact.
Right.
So we're seeing like comments from something that was happening like 30 seconds ago, which happens to us all the time. We're like, "Oh God, fix it," and then all of a sudden people are like, "Nope, it fixed itself." Yeah, no one else is saying anything, so I think we're good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it looks better on my end. Too.
If you win the bike, yes, I'll deliver it to you. I'm not going to promise that for everyone, but since you asked, I said yes. But if you just win it and you're like, I want you to deliver it, and you didn't ask beforehand, I don't know. I'll see. I don't know. All right, cool. What's up, Hippie Trev, man, from Australia? Good guy. All right, you got all the stuff pulled up to pull winners for the pavers. Mm-hmm. How much do the pavers cost? I know there's like a couple different prices depending on where they are.
Right. Yeah, they range from like $400 to $800 depending on where they are. And we have 3 spots, right? So we have the American flag, and then the big USA, and then there's the ones right underneath the big flagpole. Mm-hmm. So it's 1, 2, and 3. Those are the orders that we're going to be pulling them. And then you can put anything on there. You don't have to be a veteran. You could honor someone if you wanted to, but it could be any message as long as it's not disrespectful in nature. It could be hello, grandma, if you wanted it to be.
Okay, bye-bye. That's what we're going to put.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, we're going to get ready to pull the first one here in a minute, the first paver, which I think is cool. I mean, you know, you can get it if you wanted to say Shade Tree and Shay Lisi are the best, Brapstar forever. That'd be cool. Whatever you want. Yeah, well, whatever you want, though. You don't have to do that. I mean, I just think that if you can't think of anything, that'd be kind of a, cool message. Cool. Yeah, cool guy. It's really, really cool
actually,
guy.
All
move.
the pavers have to be Shade Tree or Shay Lisi.
TLD Outdoors. That's the guy who won, who was just down. That's Travis from Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Travis.
Yeah. Yeah, he's in the live streams all the time and the premieres. Good guy.
Right,
went out and rode jet skis. All right, we're pulling the first, not a motorcycle, we're pulling the first paver. So I want to email these guys. I don't want to call them because I feel like they're going to be like, what? On stream, yeah, we'll say the names. Yeah. This is for a paver.
No
so if we say your
name, I'm just
going
to knock these out so people aren't waiting for.
Yeah.
You win a paver.
Dude, we're so close to 118,000. That would be cool. You can still buy a ticket and win the bike. We're just pulling the pavers right now.
I forgot I have to record my screen, so let me do that real quick. Legal purposes.
This is for the bricks. The pavers. With the Shade Tree Army message on it. Giving away 3 of them. And I will personally go.
And these bricks are to honor veterans. They are not to throw through your ex's window.
Why can't you do both?
Well, they're going in the ground, so.
Well, okay, that's fair. I guess it would be hard to throw through your ex's window once it's in the ground.
Stay toxic.
Yeah, someone already. You can still buy the tickets for the bikes, by the way. We're just pulling the pavers right now.
Are you feeling lucky?
Gunner's in the process of pulling them. This is why I don't do it
3 in one go.
Yeah, if I did it, this would take much longer and be weird. I don't ever do it. And he does all the right things. He was like screen records his freaking screen while he does it and all this shit. Like he does all the right stuff. Gunner knows what's up.
Yeah, dude. I apologize for all the setbacks. I was texting you. We had a whole conversation with legal, and then they were, texting me, and I was like, oh, I gotta tell Josh and Shay. So
yeah, no
worries.
Thank
you for working with us.
No, I ain't worried about it. Like I said, I don't have anything to do with the raffle. All I do is talk about it. don't touch the money. I don't pull names. I have no access to any account on Raffle or anything else. Like, all we do is talk about it, and I like it that way. It's much more simple for me.
Sure. Okay. So I have the first name.
This is for a paver, so everyone
Do you
knows.
want me to say it or just send it or just say it? I have all this information here.
Say it.
Yeah, say it. Who's the first? Who's the?
You guys know a Mark Spalding?
Yeah. Yeah. That's Moto Mortician.
Okay, yeah, Mark Spalding won the customized American flag application on the side of the dealership there.
Dude, it's screen
job.
recorded. No one can say anything.
Moto Mortician.
People always ask, "Has anybody won?" He
Moto
won the
Mortician
he
just
won the
won
Hummer,
twice.
dude.
Good job. You lucky motherfucker.
Yes,
what's
you
funny?
can win
Out
twice.
of all the random generated numbers, he was number 7, and out of all the entries, it picked out of like 2,000 plus, it picked number 7. So
Lucky number 7, dude. I'm dying, dude. I cannot believe
All right,
that.
I'll
So
do
now we
the
get now when
second
someone
one.
has everyone
Like, yep.
ever won twice. Yes.
Yep, Moto Mortician. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, we know Mark Spalding.
awesome.
That's fucking great,
The
man.
next one, Gordon
Dude.
Scott Howard.
Gordon Scott Howard. You won a
Sounds like
paver.
an actor.
Paver,
Yeah,
yeah.
right? I don't know Gordon Scott Howard, but I'd like to.
Yeah. What number was he?
Sounds fancy.
Is there
He was,
numbers like
1,020.
1,000? So he bought his a while ago.
Yeah, so just so it's on record, he won the which one did he win? He won the paver right around the war memorial that we have out there with a
Very cool.
WLA. So just so it's
No,
on
you'll
there.
be if you're not in the chat, you'll be getting an email. Which you would get an
Okay,
email
then-
anyway. Congratulations, Gordon Scott.
Here's the final one, 880. Guy Wilson.
Guy Wilson?
Yes, sir.
Guy Wilson. Okay.
That also sounds like an actor.
Yeah. What number was he?
Okay. He was number 880.
880, so his was well good too. So he also won a paver. Congratulations, Guy Wilson.
Yep. Just so you guys know, I'm going to have to record these guys real quick. You can still buy tickets in the minute or so it takes me to do this, and then we're just going to pull the Sportster.
Yep. Sportster's up next. So
So
you got
Sportster's next?
an undetermined
Sportster's
amount
next,
of
yep.
time to buy a ticket for the Sportster still, but it's probably less than 2 minutes. Once you do it, we'll pull it. I'm going to go
Yeah.
use the bathroom. When I come back, pull it.
I really liked the Sportster, so I'm sad to see it go. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. No, that was a good build. I'm kind of sad that it won't ever happen again.
That's what makes it special, though. If it happened again, it wouldn't be special.
Yeah. Yeah, literally all the technicians, most of the sales guys, everyone took a trip around that bike, and no one had a bad thing to say about it. It was it's a fun build.
Yeah, my only regret is I didn't get the 69th mile on it. I got the 100th.
That is sad. It does suck. All right. One
So you
more,
can,
and then I'll wait for Josh to
yeah.
get
If you want to text text me the person's name and number, and I'll
back.
call
Shit,
them.
yeah. That's way easier. I'm just gonna write that
Yeah,
down, actually.
do that.
Still cannot believe that he freaking. That's amazing.
That Moto
dude.
Mortician one.
Yeah. That's fucking amazing. All right.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to keep the spreadsheet straight here. I'm just gonna take down their numbers.
Yeah, whenever you because right now you haven't pulled it yet, right?
Well, no, I just got to make sure I record because I'm going to pull another spreadsheet in case there's any new entries. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So
Right.
I got their names actually. I can look them up via spreadsheet. Okay, so you guys have Motor Morticians, I'm assuming, right?
His number? I don't have his
Right.
phone
I don't
number,
have
but I
his
can
phone
like
number, no.
message him on Instagram.
I'll just send it to you.
You have seconds left. Can we do it? Do you just have to press one button and it picks him,
Yeah,
Gunner?
it's just one.
Okay,
yeah, it's
we'll
just
give
one
him a 10-second countdown. Let me know when you're ready for it.
Okay, yeah, hold on.
Oh wait, no, it won't be because we are like behind on this. This stream does not match up to reality. So we can't actually do
turn it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So we're good on that. Let's go to the Sportster.
All right, the Sportster's coming up, man, and say their name, but like just text me their phone number and we'll call them.
I'll just text you everything. I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay.
You can. Yeah,
all right. Yeah. Text me who it is.
Phone to go off.
All right. I think that we're gonna give go ahead and pull it. Yeah. What can you do? This is it.
Okay,
it feels weird to just say it, but like go ahead, pull it. Press the button.
Press the button and while you're at it, smash that like button if you're in the chat.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the text. And you can still win the Devil Tail. We're pulling the Sportster. All right, Loose Juice messaged him. Bro, 117,980. Someone buy one more ticket.
You're so close. My OCD's killing me. Somebody buy a ticket. It can't be me.
Trucker Paul. I can't believe you freaking Moto Mortician won that paper. That's all hilarious.
Well, you can win twice.
All right, drum roll. I'm waiting on a text from Gunner.
I have the number.
I know.
Okay, and then I'm pulling up the spreadsheet again. And I'm going to the number.
Oh, it's killing me.
I know, me too.
You can still win the Devil Tail. There's still a whole other motorcycle.
I recognize.
There's still a whole other motorcycle.
Are you excited, Bilbo? I'm excited.
So it's not over yet. Someone is winning the Sportster.
Oh, Bilbo.
All right, I sent it.
What number was he?
He was number 350.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, he was high up there.
His name is Ken
Berg.
Ken Berg.
I don't see a Ken Berg. Well, maybe they're
Where's
in
he
there.
from?
Yeah.
South Carolina.
South Carolina? Oh shit.
Yep.
Oh shit. Ken
All right,
Berg.
let's fucking call him up, man. He might not answer, which is always kind of a bummer when
Are you
people
gonna
don't
call
answer.
him or am I calling him?
Did you get the text too?
Yeah.
Huh, call him up.
Okay.
But there's still a whole other motorcycle you can win. There's still a whole other motorcycle in.
Yep. One more motorcycle. Haven't closed it yet.
He probably won't answer because my number is weird. Like it comes up as Sun City Center, which is like Scamville.
Yeah. Oh, it does?
Yeah. It doesn't come up as Tampa, Florida. It comes up as Sun City Center, which is Scamville, Florida. So I'll just call him 3 times in a row because that's how you know it's like 911.
You can also text.
You reached Ken Berg.
That's Ken Berg's number, though. It's the right
Ken
number.
Berg. I'm going to send him a text.
Be like, call me back.
Come on, Ken.
We've never gotten someone to not call back. Like,
Oh, he's got an iPhone. Let's FaceTime him.
can you FaceTime someone who's not in your contacts?
Yeah. Sure you can.
Well, it's happening right now.
Pretty invasive.
Yeah. I'm a pretty invasive girl. Hi, Ken.
Hey, Ken Berg.
Hi, Ken Berg.
Howdy.
Hey, guess what? You just won in the Sportster. Yeah.
That's you, dude. Velcro Fly, the
Velcro
Stormster.
Fly, the
That's
Sportster.
yours, buddy.
You're kidding me.
I'm not kidding. You won, dude.
I almost didn't answer, but my girlfriend's sitting here and she's like, find out who that is. I need to know who that is.
No fucking way.
Congratulations, dude.
Guys, man, that's so awesome.
Dude, how messed up would it be? Now I can't say the F word because you said shut the front door. How messed up would it be if you're like, you're kidding? We're like, yeah, we are. We just found your number. I thought we'd mess with some people.
Oh, that is so cool.
Oh, look, you got your dog in the car and everything, dude. That's awesome, man.
That's a dog named Pig. She's a lover, not a hater.
Dude, so have you ever won anything before?
Nothing of this level. No.
Dude, that bike hauls. What do you ride now?
So fun.
What do you ride now?
I ride a
An 18 Road Glide? Well, you got a freaking bar ripper now, dude. You got the long distance bike and you got the in-town bike, man. That bike hauls ass, man. You're going to love it.
Dude, I don't even know what to say. This is so cool.
Well, what I always say to
You're a
everybody
winner.
is doing the donating and being a bad person doing good things is an amazing reward in and of itself. And nobody should expect any kind of reward for doing the right thing and making sacrifices and donating to people who have less than them. But every once in a while, it happens. So congrats, dude. You did a good thing and you got rewarded. Every once in a while, it happens. Congrats,
I
man.
appreciate
All right, man.
All
Gunner's
right.
going to get in touch with you with all the details, brother.
We'll talk to you
Congrats,
soon.
Ken.
I appreciate it, guys. Love you guys.
All right, drive
Hey,
safe.
love you, Ken. Bye.
They always answer.
So-
Congratulations, Ken.
I'm going to go ahead and now, if you want to give like one more minute, I mean, you're the maestro
That's
here.
it, dude. I mean, we're
Run that
fucking.
shit.
we're-
What did we make it to
I did,
118?
as long as we made it to 118.
If we
Make
didn't
118, yeah.
make it to 118, then we'll wait.
Okay, I'm gonna end this raffle.
We did it.
Okay,
118.
we did
Yeah.
it. Pull it.
Pull it, dude.
Your raffles. This is a bit of a process. I have to end it.
No, you
So
do your
no
thing.
expense.
That's it, guys.
Imagine what it's like to be Ken right now, just driving to the park with your girlfriend.
Is that what he said he
and
was
your
driving to
dog.
the park?
I don't know where he's driving.
Yeah.
I'm just guessing because he's got his dog in the car.
Yeah, I don't know.
And you're like,
either.
oh shit! Like, what is this goddamn scam call?
Yeah.
I should have been like, hey man, your extended warranty. Well, we'll do to the next
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and draw the spreadsheet and pick a number.
That's it, man. Someone's winning it.
That's it.
And it got to 118. I'm happy. 118,200. You got everyone who donated and everyone who's been a part of this should be very proud of themselves.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm proud of you.
Who?
All,
Oh,
like,
okay, yeah.
you know,
People.
not
Okay.
you or
Awesome.
Gunner.
Oh,
You guys
okay.
didn't do anything.
I didn't really do much. I just kind of talked about it.
Yeah.
Well, Ken seemed like a really nice guy, but then like everyone has been. No one's been a dick. Not ever. Like, of course, I'm talking about like the maybe a dozen people who've won stuff. So I guess it's like not a huge like swath of people, but still, you know, one of them could have been a dick, and they're all really cool.
I'm sorry, I'm running like
Gunner,
8 things
hurry
screen
up,
recording on
Gunner.
this
The
old-ass
anticipation's
Mac. I have
killing
a 10-year-old
me.
Mac I'm looking at. I'm sorry. I got the number. I just got it.
We got 15 minutes because Mike Branch's video premieres at 7:30.
Yep.
No, we're fine. I don't think it's going to take you that long.
Got the number.
For the Devil Tail Chopper.
Okay.
Who's gonna win? A devil tail chopper.
All right.
Who is it?
Don't say nothing. Just text me the info.
Yep.
Again.
Yep.
Or text it to Shay and she'll just call him.
Yeah, just put it in the group chat. I'll try and FaceTime them again.
All right. let's
Yeah,
go.
no, we did. So you guys should be very proud of yourself just from this chat. I think when we started, it was at 113 or 112 or something like that. So we've done over $5,000 just from you guys hanging out here and doing this with us. Everyone who is in this chat room right now should be very proud of themselves. You guys have done a great thing.
All right, it's sent. Is that a lot? Is that enough digits?
Oh no!
That's pretty good.
Jesus. David. Oh, David.
David Kroll. That's a cool name too. David Kroll. Sounds like
I grew up
Kroll.
with a David Kroll.
Kroll the Conqueror. Wait, it doesn't have your area code, does it?
No,
I don't
it's-
recognize the area code.
Yeah.
And it's an iPhone.
He's very far from me, actually.
What state does he live in?
Washington.
Like Washington State?
I'm FaceTiming him.
WA.
That's what will be the second winner from Washington State. The guy who won Road King Kong lives in Portland. It's also earlier there. He might still be at work.
I don't care.
yeah.
It's like 3 or 4 o'clock there or some shit.
David. I texted him. I said answer the phone.
Aggressive. You said answer the phone.
I said it.
Probably thinks you're like a
Dave.
collector.
David.
Answer?
David Kroll. No, he didn't answer.
Just text him a picture of you guys. Maybe that'll,
Yeah, it's 4 o'clock. He's probably still at work.
Well, that means you can't win the bike. Sorry, David.
It's weird. You would think it's weird, like, oh, there's people from Washington, 2 people from Washington, 2 people from Ohio, but it's not that weird because we can see our analytics where most of the people who watch us are from, and so there's like a bunch of people. Ohio's huge for motorcycles, and so is Washington, Portland area, and Washington is huge too.
Crazy.
So many motorcycle people out there. Like their motorcycle events are off the chart. So it's same way in Ohio. It's nuts, dude. Motorcycle stuff in Ohio you would be like, why Ohio? Guess there's nothing else to do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anyway, congratulations, David.
Yeah, David. I'll try call him one more time.
Yeah, try call him one more time and see if he answers.
I'll
That way
just
we can-
regular call him and not FaceTime.
we can give everyone a little bit of a closure here.
Yeah.
Oh, Portland, Oregon, not Washington. Yeah, whoops. Well, there's
There's
not a lot of stuff out there. Okay.
They basically kiss.
Yeah.
Now, Kit.
No, I think David's doing some.
Hey, you've reached Dave Kroll. Sorry, I can't answer the phone.
Well, it's
I
Dave
forgive
Kroll's
you.
phone.
He sounds like the Dave Kroll that I knew.
He's going to call me when I'm at my concert tonight and I'll be like, yo, what's up, David?
Tell me one in a text message, so he's not like, what the fuck? What, and like that he won the devil tail, so he knows.
What? No, I want to tell him it on the phone.
Yeah, but
fine.
what if he wanted the Sportster and like you don't want him like hanging on the fucking?
I don't think he's going to hang on. I think he's going to call as soon as he sees the text.
That is it, man. I want everyone to feel real good. I know it for the 2,500 people that entered, there was 2,490 people who didn't win. And so I just want, and this is not like, I'm really not trying to be trite about this or trying to be ridiculous. I want everyone to feel that they did a good thing and know they did a good thing. I didn't win either. So neither did Gunner. So we're all together in this. We're all together in knowing that we did a good thing. We've done some amazing stuff for charity. And that literally some of the stuff is life-changing for people. For people who are living on the edge of a tank of gas means the difference between life and death for some people. You have done a good thing, and you should feel very good about the sacrifices that you've made in your personal life in order to help somebody who has less than you. And sometimes those sacrifices are felt very keenly that we make to help other people, but I want you to feel good about them, and I 100% mean that. That is from the heart. I promise you guys. It's good karma. And I know you motherfuckers. I met a lot of you. You guys could use the karma. Trust me. Fuck.
All right, peeps.
All right, bud. I think we're gonna end this. It was good hanging. Good hanging. Good stuff. Bad people doing good things, man. We'll see you, Gunner.
It's always fun. See ya.
All right. Champions, dude.
Actually,
all of you.
I don't know how to leave.
Oh, there he goes. Champions, each and every one of you, man. We'll catch up soon. We'll be